wọ́n ní aago mélòó náà dé ilé ó láwọn dé ilé ní around 1:00 sí 1:30 lóru.
They got on 1:30 a.m.
wọ́n ní nígbà tí wọ́n tó rí pé Mohbad ṣẹ̀ṣe pé ṣé wọ́n lọ sí hospital ó ní wọn ò lọ sí hospital. wọ́n ní ṣé wọ́n lọ sí pharmacy kankan láti ṣe first aid àbí anything ó ní no. ó wá bèèrè lọ́wọ́ pé ibo ni ìyàwó ẹ̀ wà nígbà tí gbogbo kìíní yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ní ìyàwó ẹ̀ wà ní mọ́tò ó ní dúró nígbà tó kọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ní ìyàwó ẹ̀ bèèrè lọ́wọ́ pé hospital wo làwọn fẹ́ lọ báyìí ó ló sọ pé òun ò lọ sí hospital kò sí nǹkan kan tó ṣe òun pé ó máa drive.
Driver said Wunmi asked to take Mohbad to the hospital and Mohbad said it's not going.
Sunday yẹn làwọn padà dé ibi tó máa street wa ni mo fẹ́ dé yìí o ó láwọn débẹ̀ ní 1 a.m. lóru.
Right, drama is becoming dramatic. Listen.
táwọn wá ń padà lọ ó ní there was a serious argument.
When they were going back, there was serious argument. The driver don't understand the language.
So the wife called him Oloshi, Olori Buruku. Torí pé o ti lógo báyìí. Ìpẹ́ torí pé o ti lógo báyìí. Pé sọ́run ti 2020 tí o sí nǹkan kan bó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo lè lé nínú.
How did the driver know all these things?
Oní driver yẹn wá fi sọ pé òun sọ pé tó bá jẹ́ pé òun ìyàwó òun ṣe rú ẹ̀ òun máa òní tẹ́mù tì mú.
Okay, the driver said if Wunmi was his wife, he would beat Wunmi for all those things that Wunmi did there.
Ó nígbà táwọn délé òun pé mò sẹ́yìn. I begged him to please overlook everything.
The driver said he started begging Mohbad when they got home.
They can be so frustrated.
That women do nag, that Mohbad should forgive her.
Gbogbo wa ní bó ṣe dúró yẹn pé bí Mohbad ṣe lọ yẹn ìpè tó ò bá wọlé sí pé Mohbad máa sunkún ni ìpè tó ò bá tètè padà lọ wọnú ilé bẹ́ẹ̀ pé Mohbad ó máa tú sẹ́kún yóò máa sunkún ni pé sọ pé òun ṣàṣọ fún pé tó bá ti dénú ilé kó má lọ bọ́kọ ẹ̀jà kó má ṣe pé because wọ́n rí pé wà violent.
The driver warned Wunmi not to fight Mohbad because Wunmi was violent.
Pé ìjà yẹn lágbára gan. The wife said she will not enter because Mo mind is too flexible. But it's only him. If Mo mind is flexible, go mama be sini sukun nìyẹn. Because ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ sí yẹn náà pọ̀. Àbí ebo náà ebi nígbà tó wá pa lówó tó sì yàwó ìyàwó lọ́wọ́ tiẹ̀. Èyí tí spending náà sọ náà ó sọ́dọ̀ nínú títẹ̀ náà pé yẹ ìyàwó náà. Olóhùn gbọ́ Yorùbá báwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan tó lè. Bóyá gbà tó mọ̀ yẹn sọ ọ̀rọ̀ ní Bùbí náà wá dàgbà kó ṣe bí ìyá mi náà ń jẹ lọ́gbà tí ò sí kankan bóyá tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin yẹn nìyẹn. Nígbà tó wá sọ̀rọ̀ débẹ̀ yẹn Ṣáṣítù tó wá dá padà ó ní now let's go back to the class. $3,000 pẹ̀lú sí òun dẹ̀ ló tún ṣe visa rẹ̀ tán olóṣèwọ́ tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì tó fi lọ sí Amẹ́ríkà ẹ̀gẹ́ ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ. Ó ní now let's go back to the glass only your glass was broken due to Mo and his sustained injury despite there was emotional abuse from the wife. Ó ní yes. Ṣé àríwẹ̀ yẹn yé wa wípé ó ní pé gíláàsì òun wípé despite the fact pé ọmọ yẹn lọ ṣeré then there was an emotional pé ìjà tó ti bọ́ ọmọ yẹn jà despite the fact ó tún ní mood. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Tinubu bá ń bí àwọn míì wà tó jẹ́ pé Tinubu bá ń bí wọn ó lè jẹ́ wòye tí wọ́n lè jẹ́ tí máa jáde ẹlòmíì wo mú ẹ̀ lè jẹ́ tí máa jáde tí wọ́n bá. Mohbad ní mood lọ́wọ́ yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ bọ̀ there was a something ẹ má wọrí nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ báyẹn. Nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ bọ̀ àárín ibẹ̀ yẹn mi wàá mọ̀ bóyá script ni bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn kà. Ṣé glass ló fọ́ lọ́wọ́ ìdí ẹ̀ ṣe Mohbad ló fọ́ glass ọ̀tọ̀ làwọn tó ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. Wọ́n ní what was more new. Wọ́n bá Prado di glass àdẹ́fọ̀. Irọ́ láàrin ibẹ̀ yẹn mi ṣe mọ̀ ọmọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ inú mi ò tí máa yọ sí èmi náà sì ń wò pé. Mohbad ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti show náà ti ń pabọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Nǹkan ọbí máàkì tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ yẹn nǹkan náà fi yá lọ́wọ́ yẹn dágà tí wọ́n lò yẹn àti ibi tó ti ń pabọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ nílé nu. Wúrí ìsọmọ rẹ̀ kí lọ tẹ̀lé lọ fún ṣòfò. What was most smooth when the wife was abusing shouting on him ó lóun rí i pé ó kàn ṣáà kárí jọ inú ẹ̀ ò dùn he was not happy. Wọ́n béèrè lọ́yẹ̀ pé nígbà tó délé pé ṣé dírẹ́bà lọ ni ó lóun ò lọ ipe ibẹ̀ lòún sùn ipe òun páàkì mọ́tò díẹ̀
Driver parked at the gate. Okay.
Bóyá mọ́tò tó lọ rí lóru, ipe wọ́n páàkì síwájú ilé Mohbad nìyẹn. So ó lóun wá páàkì mọ́tò òun síbi ẹnu ọ̀nà géètì yẹn pé inú ẹ̀ ló ń sùn. Ó ní nígbà tó wá da 3 o'clock lóru, ó lóun gbọ́ ariwo. Ó lóun gbọ́ ariwo. Ó ní wọ́n ṣàwà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kanlẹ̀. Ó ní wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kan ilẹ̀kùn.
He said the driver said when it was 3 a.m. they got home 1:30 a.m. But 3 a.m. there was a noise. They came out that Mohbad is bleeding. They called driver, come help us take Mohbad to the hospital. This is somebody that came from the show that was not bleeding. They did not notice bleeding. About 1 hour later, started bleeding. They were knocking on him, on the drivers, because the driver was in the car, parked in front of Mohbad's house.
Owó ní kókó kìí sàwọn tí kìí ṣe pé Mohbad ló lọ bá àbẹ àwọn tí wọ́n pariwo náà lọ bá Mohbad náà lọ bá àwọn tí ń ta.
Arifa said something else. Did you record Arifa? Wàhálà máa ṣẹlẹ̀.
Èwo ni àṣírí tún ṣẹlẹ̀ gbádùn báyìí.
Wàhálà máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Inquest. Let's just hear all of this.
Ṣé bá jọ wà ní mo kàn rán yín létí mi náà?
Ẹ gbàgbé bẹ́ẹ̀.
Nǹkan tí mo sọ nìyẹn yín lẹ̀.
This is the first statement. This is the first statement.
Pharmacy now, it could be mistake. Only get mistake one. There's a hospital, pharmacy not so mistake ni ṣe correct ara wọn. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́yìn tó pé èèyàn máa máa rojọ́ látàrọ láàrin point èèyàn kan yẹn.
Exactly. It is pharmacy, not hospital pharmacy.
Ẹ máa sọ yín lọ sẹ́yìn tó máa sọ tó wáyé kù sí ìtàwọn kan tí ń sọ ní títì láti.
Yes.
Mò ń gbọ́ yín.
Ó ní wọ́n wá kanlẹ̀kùn pé wọ́n wá bẹ̀ ọ́ pé àti gbọ́ pharmacy yẹn òun náà ni ẹ mọ̀ pé tèmi kọ ẹ lè fi tèmi kọ pé sónú ẹ máa mọ̀ pé mistake kan máa wà ń bẹ̀ àti pharmacy àti hospital ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin ìyá. So ó ní wọ́n wá kanlẹ̀kùn tó wá sọ pé mọ́tò ó ní at the end of the day ó ní mọ́tò mò lọ padà lù lóru yẹn.
Wow. So they later use Mohbad car.
Wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ẹ pé lóru yẹn ipe bọ́ yẹn délé yẹn ní past 1 yẹn ipe ṣé anybody jáde rárá nínú àwọn ó nínú mọ́tò ipe di ọ̀dà mọ́tò lè máa mọ̀ ipe bọ̀ jíìpù tó gbédé gangan yẹn ipe ṣáárí ẹnì kankan tó lọ lẹ́nu wọn ó ní kò sí anybody ó ní bí gbogbo wọn ṣe wọnú ilé yẹn ó ní kò sí anybody tó jáde mọ́ ó ní ọ̀ǹtí ó ní 8 o'clock nǹkan géètì wọn dáhùn lóhùn ó ní 9 o'clock nǹkan géètì wọn dáhùn lóhùn ó ní 10 o'clock nǹkan géètì wọn dáhùn lóhùn ó ní nígbà tó di 11 o'clock tó nǹkan géètì ó ní Wùmí wá sísàlẹ̀ olówó ayọjú sóhun olówó bọ́ksà kan àti t-shirt olówó abẹ́rẹ́ náà pé òun ti dé pé òun sọ pé òun ò lọlé pé ibi lòun sùn mọ́jú ó sọ pé òun sùn pé òun wá sọ pé inú mọ́tò lòun sùn pé wá sọ pé akílódé tó òun wọnú ilé pé òun wá sùn pé òun sọ pé òun wà òkè inú mọ́tò òun 11 a.m. láàárọ̀ ó ní 11 a.m. I asked him a question mo ní náà nígbà tí Wùmí jáde yẹn tó sọ tó béèrè pé ó fẹ́ gba owó tó máa fi ṣe glass ó ní wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n máa pe ẹni tó máa bá òun tú glass ṣe wípé wọ́n pe ẹni yẹn èmi wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé nígbà tí Wùmí wá yẹn ṣé ó padà rí Mohbad toró ní pé kóun lọ sókè lọ sọ fọ́kàn mo wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé ṣé ó padà rí Mohbad ó lóun ò rí Mohbad pípé tó pé ṣóun àti Mohbad sọ̀rọ̀ rárá ó nílò tí ó létí ni pé wọ́n ní kó wá gbé mọ́tò yẹn kọ́ lọ fíìsì gíláàsì yẹn ó lọ fíìsì gíláàsì yẹn sáṣẹ́ tí wọ́n béèrè pé ní gbogbo hours tó fi ń tú gbogbo kìíní yẹn ṣe sórí kan gbé Mohbad lọ sí hospital ó ní no máa yẹn wá sọ pé for 15 hours ní 15 hours yẹn lọmọ yẹn fi ń bleed gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ló ń bleed wọn ò dẹ̀ gbé lọ sí hospital. Now number 1 àwọn nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ ni pé bóyá kí n kàn ṣàlàyé sódà wọn máa sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí because number 1 wọ́n ní mọ́tò Mohbad ò ṣiṣẹ́ at the end of the day mọ́tò Mohbad ló padà ṣiṣẹ́.
Wùmí said Mohbad car was not working.
Wùmí tó ní
But that night, Mohbad car was working.
No nurse, because the man said he was there till 11 a.m. in the morning. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní pé bíi táàmù ló parí mọ́tò ẹ̀. Ó ní bóyá bí around 12 sí 1 lòún kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ tóun ṣe lọ.
Kò dẹ̀ rí Mohbad.
Kò rí olóhùn wò la èmi mo bèrè question yẹn.
He didn't see Mohbad when he left.
Ṣé ó lajú ni olóhùn wò rí? Ọ̀nà náà ẹ̀tọ́ òun ló gbéṣẹ́ fún ẹ̀ náà ó yẹ kò sẹ́ni kankan tó lọ lẹ́nu wọn. Wọ́n wá bèrè lọ́yẹ̀ pé.
Darosha didn't go home that night.
Pé ṣé ìyàwó ẹ̀ àwí ẹ̀ pé ọkọ ẹ̀ ní wound olómọ̀. Ó níyàwó ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ó ní wound.
Báwo wá ní lifestyle ti wá rí Mohbad ní nǹkan bíi 1 to 1:30.
Ṣé rí gbogbo wọn yẹn? Lifestyle lọ máa prepare ṣó ti gbọ́.
Bọ́s àdúrà àti sọ̀rọ̀ náà pé tó bá lórí ní nǹkan bíi 12 àárọ̀ yẹn ó rí lọ́dún pa.
Yes ma 3 o'clock òru yẹn ni Mohbad ti dákẹ́. Nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a máa débẹ̀ níbi ọ̀rọ̀ dọ́tọ̀ láti máa débẹ̀.
Ẹ má wọrí ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ nínú ẹgbẹ́ bá wọn. Iṣẹ́ rí òru Sunday even láti Sunday gan-an ti ń prepare nọ́ọ̀sì sílẹ̀. Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ.
Only they manage more car to get him drugs. Only they wake up by 11 because he slept in the car and he was knocking the gate. Only was anybody to down low. Now the question is, nígbà tí mo boy fi ń kanlẹ̀kùn títí da aago 11 12 yẹn aago 11 tó ṣẹ̀ dáhùn yẹn ibo ni gbogbo ọ̀bọ̀ ẹ̀sìn yẹn wà tó jẹ́ pé Wùmí ló yọjú.
Gateman àwọn kankan sí wọn ní gateman lè rí.
Can you imagine? The guy was knocking door until 11 a.m.
Èmi kàn bèrè ni mo ṣe wọ̀ ní security.
But I think Alifa said 9 a.m. I think I heard 9 a.m. before. But it was Wumi who came to open the door.
Oh. So Sashituniso for 10 hours, Mohbad was not taken to the hospital, and you all said he was bleeding. Only ìgbà tó yá tí only what time did you leave the premises? Only past 11 to go and repair the car. Only now Sashitu wa calculate gbogbo hours tó fi kúrò ní show, tó fi délé tó fi ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀, mọ́tà tó fi lọ ṣe Prado ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀, ó ń sọ gbogbo ẹ̀. Only like 15 hours. Only yet Mohbad has not been taken to the hospital. Only after you fix the car, he went back to the house. Only yes. Ó wá ní nígbà tó di ọjọ́ kejì, ẹ máa járọ̀ yẹn bí Òsàtẹ́ni. Ó nígbà tó di ọjọ́ kejì, ó ní wọ́n pè ó ní aago 11 láàárọ̀ sí aago 12 wípé Mohbad ti kú.
Lọ́jọ́ Tuesday.
Ó ní wọ́n pè ó ní aago 11 láàárọ̀.
You see, this guy said 11 a.m. on Tuesday.
Báwo wá ní ibo wá ní àwọn Wùmí ti wá rí ibo ni wọ́n ti báwo tán wá ní nọ́ọ̀sì wá treat ní aago 2 ọ̀sán.
Some said this woman said 11 a.m. on Tuesday. She was called that Mohbad has passed.
Ẹ má bínú. Mọ́mí Angela. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́dẹ́ tó. Mo sọ fún Mọ́mí Angela ní àná dédé níjẹta ìjàgbó 3 mo ní pé nọ́ọ̀sì kankan kò fọwọ́ kan Mohbad pé mo gbọ́ pé everybody ló sọ yẹn. No, ó yẹ ká ti understand mo sọ fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀.
Sammy Jojo said 9 a.m. But Sammy Jojo said 9 a.m. now.
Aditani, driver ní pé ní ọjọ́ Tuesday. Nọ́mbà kan pé òun.
Tẹ́lá ní nọ́mbà kan kò dẹ̀ mọ nọ́mbà yẹn.
Pé òun ò dẹ̀ mọ nọ́mbà yẹn pé nọ́mbà kan pé òun ó wá sọ fún òun pé kóun lọ rìpọ́ọ̀tù ara òun ní police station.
Why?
Ó ní nọ́mbà yẹn court òun pe nọ́mbà yẹn padà nọ́mbà yẹn o.
ẹ̀gbọ́n wáì tí wọ́n ṣe máa kọlù dírẹ́bà kókó lọ rìpọ́tà ẹ̀ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí dírẹ́bà náà bá jà ní àbí tèwo.
ó ní pé òun pe nọ́mbà yẹn padà nọ́mbà yẹn ò lọ.
ó ní nọ́mbà yẹn ò lọ ó ní kò lọ ó lóun wá sọ fún ìyàwó òun àtàwọn fámìlì òun.
ṣé wọ́n ní kéèsì kankan tó jẹ́ tọlọ́pàá ni. wọ́n ṣe ní sáwọn fámìlì òun ní kéèsì kankan tó jẹ́ tọlọ́pàá ni. ó ní rárá ó ní pé à ń sọ pé rárá ó nígbà tó wá di 12 p.m. níjọ́ Tuesday yẹn pé à ń tó wá pè òun pa pé Mohbad ti kú òun wá ní Mohbad bíi ti báwo ni Mohbad máa ṣe kú ẹni tóun bá ṣiṣẹ́ ní àná wọn ni kóun lọ sí pé kó lọ wọlé orí social media pé gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti wà lórí social media 12 p.m. on Tuesday. That's what the man said.
Thank you, àwọn olùkókó. Ìbéèrè tèmi ni pé ibo wá ní nọ́ọ̀ka ẹni tí nọ́ọ̀sì wá treat ní Tuesday ní aago 2:00 ọ̀sán tó dé. Torí àdúrà sọ pé ìgbà tó ń délé ní Monday táwọn délé ó ní Monday tó ń fẹ́ lọ fún ẹ̀gbọ́n ní fóònù láàárọ̀ fóònù. Òun bá Mohbad liveless nílẹ̀lẹ̀. Ní nǹkan tó ló kọ sí police station. Anybody tó bá wá lóun rí Mohbad láti ọjọ́ Tuesday tọ́jọ́ Monday yẹn ní àárọ̀ onírọ́ ló pa. Speni náà padà ti jẹ́wọ́ tiẹ̀ pé rírí tó máa rí Mohbad ní around 11 to 12 láàárọ̀ ìrọ̀lẹ́ ló kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀. Bó wá ní àwọn tí rí nọ́ọ̀sì tó wá ń tírìtì. Ta ni lifestyle ló ń rí lọ́sàn-án tó kọjá lọ tó ń gbà tó ń lọlé.
tó lóun gbé school bag ṣe rí bọ̀bọ̀ lifestyle èmi ò tiẹ̀ mo mọ̀ pé yẹn ń parọ́ náà nínú ẹnìwé.
Ó yá ẹ máa sọ ó yá ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti.
olúwa ẹ bá wa clear ti.
ẹ bá wa bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí náà.
ẹ bá wa clear ti ṣé wọ́n ní òun àti prime boy.
irú àwọn ni wọ́n ti sọ yẹn kò mọ kankan ń bẹ pé kò bàjá.
ó ní kò bàjá rárá mà ó ní kò bàjá.
ó sì mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé
aláìlé bàjẹ́.
ẹbẹ ibi ọ̀dọ̀ bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn tó ní wọ́n pè òun ní àgbo yẹn ẹ bá wa clear nǹkan ti pè táìmù tán.
Okay ma. Wọ́n ní after you kiss the car you went back to the house ó ní yes. ó ní ó wá ní they called him around 11 or 12 so that means pé ó gbé tàn yẹn sí 11 ó ní 11-12 ṣá but 11 yẹn ló kọ́kọ́ dúró lé that Mo was dead which was on Tuesday. ó wá ní as at the time you picked Mo how was Mo's health wọ́n béèrè lọ́yẹ̀ pé òkè ìwọ tó lọ gbé Mo báwo la Mo ó ní Mo was healthy kò sí nǹkan kan tó ṣe ó dúró kakaraka ni ó ní because ó ní lọ́jọ́ yẹn gan ó lóun ya fídíò ipò wà lórí fóònù pé òun ya fídíò bí Mohbad àti Wùmí àti bóyá gbọ́mọ ẹ̀dá ní tó ń sọ pé my nigga my kìíní kan bóyá òun wá post yẹn ẹ mọ̀ pé bí kan wà tó ti post pé my nigga my bóyá òun wá bóyá driver ló post yẹn wọn lò sọ́dọ̀ nìkan ló mọ àárín yẹn ó ní Mo was very very healthy wọ́n ní how do you feel nígbà tó gbọ́ pé Mohbad ti kú ó nínú bàjẹ́ gan-an ó ní number 1 ó lóun kọ́kọ́ wò pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ní he was not happy at all he was not happy wọ́n ní what can you say about Mo's death ó ní it was a shock to him. Shock and sudden. Only it was sudden and shock only because he was not expecting that. 11 a.m. ló ní wọ́n pe òun o 11 a.m. He said they called him on it.
ó ní pé kò lọ report ara sí police station. Ṣé òun na Mohbad ni? Ṣé ó fọwọ́ kan nínú ilé ni tó fi ní kó lọ report? Mọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ bí kò sọ pé kí ni is di tó fi ní kó lọ report rẹ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n ka ti woman yẹn mi ò wá mọ̀ bóyá woman yẹn béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
Ẹ má ti kà tí ẹ má ẹ continue pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́yà ọ̀rọ̀ driver ẹ má ti parí ọ̀rọ̀.
Woman yẹn wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé Fidelis Sabo Emeka wọ́n béèrè pé what is your name? O tún repeat ẹ̀ pé your full name ó wá ní Fidelity Isabo Emeka full name ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Wọ́n ní for how long have you been driving? Only 20 years ago lòun ti ń wa ọkọ̀. Only do you tell us the date time you collect that call? Only September 10th ni wọ́n pè ń pé kóun wá drive àwọn kóun wá gbé mò. Wọ́n ní nígbà tó dé compound mò pé kí ló rí ó lóun rí pé òun àtìyàwó ẹ̀ náà bọ́lẹ̀ ibẹ̀ ló ti sọ pé òun ya bíṣọ wọn ipe mò àtìyàwó ẹ̀ ipe àti bébì wọn pé they were happy. Ó ní I have a proof pé òun ní proof ẹ̀ pé òun yà lọ́jọ́ ẹ̀ pé wà lórí fóun pé.
nígbà tí wọ́n délé láti ṣó àbẹ̀wò àbí nígbà tí wọ́n kọ́.
nígbà tó ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ máa lọ tó ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ kó ní báyẹn pé òun tóun débẹ̀ nìyẹn òun ni mo fi jáde pé náà wá jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé celebrity ni pé sọ̀gbà tó máa jáde ó gbé bébì ẹ̀ àti Wùmí ó nígbà yẹn kò tí ì síjà ó ní kò síjà ó lóun yà wọ́n gbà yẹn ó lóun ní proof ẹ̀ pé òun ya fọ́tò yẹn sórí fóònù.
They left home peacefully.
You left it.
They left home peacefully.
How was Mo? Only he was healthy, olo strong. Nígbà tó fi máa kúrò ní Kòròdú yẹn ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tọ́nu ní wúndù tó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ olo sì wà healthy pé kò sí anything. Wọ́n ní àwọn wo ló wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ nínú mọ́tò gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe dárúkọ wọn lẹ́ẹ̀kan ó ti sọ lóhùn mọ orúkọ wọn ó ní bọ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ pé ẹnìkan jókòó síwájú bọ̀ torí bá àti mọ arrangement yẹn ó ní wọn ẹni tó jókòó síwájú yẹn ọ̀nà sọ pé ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ni which is Darosa ó ní Mohbad jókòó ní Wùmí wà láàrin ó ní the prime boy jókòó sẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ̀kùn ní àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ méjì kan wọ́n wà ní ẹ̀yìn. Ó ní woman ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ pé you said they were fighting and were arguing. Ìpè báwo ló ṣe rí ìjà yẹn sí ó ní it was too harsh. Ìjà yẹn lé kí.
àdúrà náà same thing with àdúrà.
Ó ní ó harsh pé ìjà yẹn le gan. Only the atmosphere is not friendly.
You see, this is like what prime boyfriend said. The atmosphere was not friendly. Who remember this thing? Prime boyfriend said it that when he came out from the car, the surroundings, the atmosphere was not friendly. Who remember?
After the performance was the fight between Prime Boy. Did Prime Boy touch Mohbad? Only no. Only Prime Boy ò tiẹ̀ touch ẹ̀ rárá. Only during the fight, who are those there? Only people were many, including soldiers and policemen. Only people were many, including policemen and soldiers. Only one bed. The revision ẹyọkan.
Anyway, this is on Rich Prime Boy. The driver said Prime Boy never touched Mohbad.
Or coming out slowly. Woman want to àti ṣàlàyé fún pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó rí yẹn o pé ṣé ó ń ṣe tutututu ni àbí ó ń jáde ó lóun ṣàmọ̀ pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn jáde pé because even after tó ń kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ ó sì clean ẹ̀jẹ̀ lórí.
He said Mohbad bled.
Foot mat òun.
And there was blood on the foot mat that he cleaned. Okay? And he said this is the driver. This is the driver speaking. The driver who drove Mohbad to the show. The driver.
The fight was between Mo and his wife.
The fight was between Mohbad and the wife. That is the argument.
Only for how long did you stay with Mo? Only I was there all through the night. Olóhùn wà bẹ́ẹ̀ even pẹ̀lú wọn títí di òru mọ́jú. Ṣé mo this is another lawyer asking question again. So that is why I don't like question yẹn tó bẹ́ẹ̀ dọ́ra wọn. But a woman ilé ń try àti drill ẹ̀ mọ́. Only you said you left the house around 11 or to 12. Did you see anything that happened? He said no. Wọ́n ní òkè olóògùn mẹ́rin lẹ́kùn oníwọ̀n sọ pé mí iṣẹ́ mọ̀ nǹkan tí èèyàn bá kọ sílẹ̀ kì í ṣe nǹkan tí mo lè gbàgbé. you left the house around water only 11 to 12. Cherima.
I'm not worried, but
did you see anything that happened? He said when only gbogbo wọ́n bèèrè lọ́yẹ̀ pé gbogbo ìgbà tí kinní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ pé sọ gbé Mohbad lọ sí hospital ó ní no ó ní they did not take him to the hospital. Wọ́n bèèrè lọ́yẹ̀ pé do you think he was fine? Ó ní ìgbà tó ń sì rí ó ní ẹni tó ń bájà tó ń ṣe gbogbo ẹnu mọ́tò pé òun ò rí sáì pé he was not healthy pé ó wà okay. Only what can you tell us about Mo's death? The driver said Mo needs to be Mo's wife needs to be questioned and the family need to take it up on her. Ọbẹ̀ lọ driver yẹn pé kí ló rí ó wá ní pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ yẹn pé bóun ṣe rí yẹn pé inú òdò pẹ̀lú bó ṣe ìwà tó wù yẹn. So they need to. The
driver said he's not happy with the wife. He said the family of Mohbad should take Wunmi, that they should hold Wunmi responsible. They should hold Wunmi. They should take the case up on Wunmi. Now Wunmi lawyer is asking questions to the driver.
Mo can take decision on his own only because Mo is not a baby. Temu lawyer ló bèrè yẹn o, Mr. Kabiru. Temu asked the driver. Ipe o sọ pé tó bá jẹ́wọ́ wàá lu ìyàwó ẹ̀. Àwọn nǹkan tó ń ka lára nìyẹn o. Ipe you said tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n wàá lu ìyàwó ẹ̀.
Also disgrace Mohbad in public ó jẹ́ ẹ̀yẹ́ náà. Máa pariwo
ìlú only what was up only you said the wife transfer money to the driver account to settle the money. That shows the wife is nice and doesn't want them to embarrass. I don't know what to send. The driver said he never saw Mohbad all through Monday. Don't be boom bed.
Driver never saw Mohbad till 11 when he left.
The driver said he had a noise around. The driver said he had a news around 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. that Mo is dead.
On Tuesday.
Only among the people in Mo's car, none of them left home till after 12. Only to people after 12 p.m. only go see not even a single person.
Until after 12 p.m. Nobody left the compound, not even Darusha. Driver said Wunmi tear Mohbad cloth. No wonder they put the cloth.
Okay. Èmi náà mọ̀ kí irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ tó lè èmi gan mọ̀ pé Sátẹ́ni ó lọ fún bàbá ṣe dáadáa sí wa lẹ́yìn wọ́n dá wa lóhùn gbọ̀ngàn wò èmi mọ̀ pé torí nẹ́mọ́lì tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wa. Fóònù kí ló ṣe yín tẹ̀ gbé fóònù sí iwájú gbàjò tẹ̀sán ti kámẹ́rà síwájú gbàjò ó bá gba fóònù ọmọ yín dànù. Irọ́ ibi tí mo jókòó sí mi ò jókòó sọ́dọ̀ wọn rárá ó dàbí
They said Baba was nice to them today because of Nehimoli. Why? Why will Baba be nice to you guys because of Nehimoli? Why? Could it be true? Could it be true?
Only they fought from Ostrich to Ikorodu. wọ́n bèrè láì pé ṣé wọ́n dúró lórí bíríìjì. Did they stop at any bridge to throw Liam away or anything? Only there was nothing like that. Only wọn dúró ní ilé làwọn lọ straight. Wọ́n wá bèrè láì pé ṣé àwọn sójà yẹn tẹ̀lé wọn lọ lé ni. Ó láwọn sójà ò tẹ̀lé àwọn. Only the soldier did not follow them. Oh my God. So that means fáwọn sójà yẹn ìgbà tó ti yanjú mẹ́rin làwọn ti bá tiwọn lọ wọn tẹ̀lé wọn. So ìdẹ́mi tí mo kọ́lẹ̀ nípa ti driver nìyẹn. Driver dẹ̀ fẹ́ máa lọ mo ṣáà ní èmi mo kọ́ gba nọ́mbà ìgbà tẹ́bí wọ́n ti dẹ́rìí kó fún mi nọ́mbà làwọn náà bá dẹ̀ dìde náà lọ béèrè òdẹ ní mínì bọ̀ mo ṣáà èmi mo kọ́ gba nọ́mbà mo ní kó kọ́ sí ìwé gan ìwé tí mo fi ń kọ nǹkan ni mo kọ́ sí pé sódà máa lè fi jíṣẹ́ fún mi. Yes ma, God bless you ma.
Kí appreciate àwọn èèyàn tó bá rẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ìjàlá fẹ́ jà mí lẹ́nu ẹ̀ ti fẹ́ fi gift pa àwọn ayé àwọn tó ń jà àwọn tó ń bú ilẹ̀ fún ní ilẹ̀ fún gift. Bàbá yẹn máa lẹ́yìn gba gewédú ní ìṣiṣẹ́ tí rí ní ìṣiṣẹ́ tí fún wa ní gewédú ọ̀. Tábà wá ti tán ní ìsìn gbogbo àwọn tó wà bí ní báwo lọ́bẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ kàn yín. Ẹ mọ̀ fún mi ní gewédú bàbá ti ní ká má gba gewédú mọ́ ó ní láyọ̀ ní ká máa gbà. Àdúrà ní láyọ̀ ní ká máa bó. Ó ní ẹ máa bó. Ó yá.
Ebi tí now the driver to the driver now. Ó dé ìdí owó.
Oyo tàbí lókàn. Ẹ ṣe òwe ìṣẹ́fún.
Doctor Loguma, doctor from Perez.
Now,
Okay.
doctor of the second hospital.
Doctor from Perez.
So there were 3 people through the spoke.
Doctor, what is your name? Only my name is Doctor Iwan Chigozie.
Dr. Chigozie, correct.
Only Chigozie Iwan. Mommy later is my.
Wow.
Only Bolongbe, Olóhùn gbé nínú doctors log. That means pé hospital yẹn ní ó ní kí ló máa ń pè bí àwọn doctors máa ń gbé yẹn. Ẹ̀yà mi lórí.
Doctors lodge.
Mo dẹ̀ kọ́ síbi mo tún béèrè. Ó ní doctors quarters ló ń gbé.
Thank you for the gift. Thank you so much everybody.
Ó ní how many years ló ti ní experience iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe yìí? Ó ní 12 years experience.
Wow.
Wọ́n ní kí lorúkọ hospital tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́? Ó ní Perez. Wọ́n ní hospital wo ló ti ń ṣiṣẹ́? Ó ní Perez Medicare Hospital. Wọ́n nígbà wo ló ti ń ṣiṣẹ́? Ó lóun ti wà ń bẹ̀ láti 4 years ago. Wọ́n ní what happened on the 12th? Only 12th 4:30 p.m. there was an emergency. He said he saw 5 people in front shouting ìmọ́lẹ̀. Ó ṣàbẹ̀ ó ní wọ́n káwọ́ lé ní wọ́n ṣàgbariwo ìmọ́lẹ̀ ìmọ́lẹ̀. Gbogbo wọn ní òun ṣáà ipe òkè lòún wà being the doctor. Ó ní bọ́ ṣe kọ́ ibẹ̀ yẹn. Ó ní tẹ bá kọ́kọ́ ń bọ̀. Ó ní àwọn nọ́ọ̀sì yẹn ló máa kọ́kọ́ attend nísàlẹ̀. Ó ní so òun ti rí pé òun ti rí táwọn nọ́ọ̀sì ti ń attend sí wọn. Ó ní létà pátápátá làwọn ṣẹ̀ wá ń wo CCTV nígbà tí ariwo nígbà tí màá gan sọ pé òun ya fọ́tò pẹ̀lẹ́ nìkan. Ó ní kò sí nǹkan kan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ rárá. Ó ní it was brought in there. Ó ní bóyá yẹn fẹ́ fi shade cloud ni. Àwa tiẹ̀ ní àwa dáhùn lẹ́yìn ibi tá a jókòó sí pé script náà ni. Because àwọn mẹ́rin tá a jókòó ti ra lé ní ìpàtà ẹ̀mí náà ìmọ̀lì. No one knows tomorrow yóò tiẹ̀ wá ní. Ó kàn ń dùlù wọn tiẹ̀ ló ń bi burúkú. Ó kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ó wá ń wò pé báwo la yẹn ń kọ àwọn ó gbèwé rẹ̀ ní pé wo àwọn ilé ìjà ni ó kọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ kàn sùn gbò ó kàn ṣáà ń wò wá pé ẹyẹ máa kọ̀tínù. Ó ní òun rí àwọn èèyàn 5 tó ṣà ń pariwo ìmọ́lẹ̀. Ó ní nígbà tó ń dẹ̀ dé sàlẹ̀ òun rí I saw a lifeless body. Ó dẹ̀ ní 20 minutes. Ó ní after 20 minutes tán wọlé. Ìsàtẹ́ni wọ́n.
Gbogbo yìí tí yẹn ń sọ ṣé ẹ rójú ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ gan-an bó ti sọ fún yín pé kí wọ́n lọ bá àwọn Sam Clef àwọn ọ̀sẹ̀ ìrìnbó script yìí.
Ìsàtẹ́ni wọ́n lọ́rẹ̀ yín wò wá.
Kó bá gbádùn ó bá dà tí ń stream wọn sáà bú wa tó bá ti bú wa kò sí wàhálà àwọn tó ń stream náà pọ̀ àwọn tèmi gan ṣe sọ ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín ẹ má wọrí.
Ó ní bóun ṣe bọ́ọ̀lẹ̀ ó lóun rí táwọn nọ́ọ̀sì tán ti bò ó wọ́n ti ń ṣe àwọn nǹkan táwọn lè ṣe. Ó ní bọ̀ ọ̀gbà tóun débẹ̀ ó ní wọ́n ti dọ́kọ́ wá sí tòun tọ́kàn ni pé òun wò ó pé ọmọkùnrin ló dúró tán sílẹ̀ báyìí. Ó ní lè fọ́sí tóun kọ́kọ́ ṣe ni pé hospitality wọn yẹn tó ti ń perform CPR yẹn ó ní so òun náà débẹ̀ pé òun béèrè pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ló ṣe òun náà sọ pé ó rí àti pípé ó collapse ẹ jẹ́ ká kí n má lọ ṣe mistake.
All right. So Dr. Chigozie is talking about what he saw when Mohbad was brought.
ó lóun béèrè lọ́wọ́ what happened only and they said he collapsed. ó lóun wá béèrè pé kí ló wá ṣe nígbà tó collapse yẹn wípé wọ́n sọ pé làwọn ń rọ̀ṣì ẹ̀ bọ̀ wípé ìmídẹ́rì tó dẹ̀ ti gbọ́ pé wọ́n ná ó collapse ni pé lòun náà bá ní pé kóun join wọn pé kọ́ lè kọ́kọ́ fún ní.
He asked them what happened. They said Mohbad collapsed.
pé kóun lè fún ní oxygen olóòrí pé gbogbo ẹ̀ ti gan eyín ẹ̀ ti stiff.
He tried to open the mouth. Everything is stiff.
lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ ti gan pa.
Mouth stiff, everything. That's rigor mortis.
When did this happen? Ó lọ sọ pé not quite long. Ó ní despite the fact pé òun rí pé ó ti kú tó ti rí pé àwọn nǹkan tó ń rí ti jẹ́ kó mọ̀.
He asked them, they said not quite long, it happened.
Emotion tó ń ní pé sọmọ ẹnìkan ló wà lẹ́yìn ó ní òun dẹ̀ sì tún try àti máa ṣe CPR yẹn ipe bóyá ó tiẹ̀ lè jí ó ní despite the fact pé òun rí pé ó ti kú ó ní because ó ní ó sọ àwọn nǹkan tó ti setting rigor mortis ó ṣàpè gbogbo ẹ̀ ó lọ bí mẹ́ta mo kọ́ tí bá débẹ̀ bá máa pè ó ní ọwọ́ bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé ó ní ibi tó ti mọ̀ pé ó pẹ́ tó ti kú ó ló ti lè ó ní tí rigor mortis bá ti lè setting ó dá mi pé òkú yẹn ti kú more than 3 hours wọ́n ti fún 1 hour ó ní more than 3 hours ó ní 24 hours ó níbi tó ti mọ̀ ní pé òun wo àtẹ́lẹsẹ̀ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ àtẹ́lẹ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ báyìí ó ní gbogbo ẹ̀ ti pé o ó ní náà ó ní kíní dúdú kọ̀ọ̀kan ti wá ó ní nǹkan tó fi máa ń mọ̀ pé ó pẹ́ tó kù ti kú nìyẹn ó ní gbogbo ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ti funfun ó ní kíní dot dúdú kan ó ló ti wà ní gbogbo ọwọ́ ẹ̀.
There was a black dotted. There was a black dotted blood. There was like a black blood on Mohbad's hand.
ẹ̀jẹ̀ ní pé ó ṣe àpò ní pé wọ́n sọ pé sọ́mọ̀ àwọn ò ní mọ́tò àwọn ṣẹ̀ wá lọ yá mọ́tò ìgbà táwọn yá mọ́tò àwọn tún bọ̀ there was a serious traffic on the road pé kìíní kan ìgbà kan ò gbọ́ pé nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí bóyá òun ló jẹ́ kó ti gan káwọn tó ṣáà débì má yẹn ṣáà ní pé he tried everything he could do ó ní there was no pause ó ní gbogbo nǹkan tí àwọn máa lò pátá làwọn fi wò ó ní there was no pause ó ní everything was flat ó ní kò tiẹ̀ sí èmi gangan títí ní báyìí ó ní kò sínú gbogbo bí táwọn wò pátá ní gbogbo ẹ̀ pé everything ti wà flat ó ní he said he checked the chest heartbeat for like 20 seconds ó ní rísì tó lè ṣe wo heartbeat yẹn for 20 seconds ní pé àwọn míì wà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n lè sí èmi lọ ó tún yá kí èmi yẹn tún padà wá ó ní nǹkan tó ń ṣe wò ó pọ̀ like 20 seconds nìyẹn ó ní bọ̀ even watching him for like 20 seconds yẹn ó ní there was no life not even a single life ó ní everything ó wá dárúkọ àwọn mẹ́ta nǹkan tó ti setting mo máa kà wájú wà wájú mo kọ́ síwájú ó ní and the reason why he did that was because some máa ń breathe late tó jẹ́ pé ó máa ń pẹ́ kí èmi wọn tó wá nígbà lómi lè mí báyìí pé irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ pé tó bá sì rí oxygen ó lè padà make ẹ̀ ìpè that was the reason why tóun ṣe ní kóun try ẹ̀ pé kóun wò pé ó ní but kò sí èmi kankan nínú ẹ̀ mọ́. ó lóun wá sọ fún àwọn family yẹn pé Mo is dead. He said he was asking them when did it happen. They said not quite long. Wọ́n tún tarọ́ fún bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ẹjọ́ mà. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sẹ́ mú áńkì mi, mò ń làágùn mi.
Ẹ̀tàn air condition náà.
Sátẹ́ni ẹ̀rù bà mí.
Irú ẹ̀rù o.
Òtútù ni sátẹ́ni òtútù.
Ń tẹ̀sẹ̀ ní pé tẹ́ bá ti tọ̀ díẹ̀ tínú ilé bá ti ń tutù ẹ máa tó pa.
Màá tún pa ọ̀kì.
Ẹ máa tó pa ẹ máa pa ni. Tó bá ti tutù ẹ mú remote sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Tóru bá ti mú yín ẹ máa tàn tó bá ti di kóòtù fẹ́ bá mú yín ẹ máa pa ẹ jẹ́ kí remote wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ yín.
Olúwa béèrè lọ́wọ́ pé when did this happen? Ó ní wọ́n sọ pé not quite long so that means pé wọ́n tún parọ́ nìyẹn fún dọ́kítọ̀ pé kò tí ì pẹ́ ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ẹ mọ̀ pé iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe ni definitely á mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ and you still lied to him pé kò tí ì pẹ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Only he said he was trying to revive him and he was trying all his best to just pé kò ṣáà lè padà mú wá sí life. That is Perez, which is
fourth stage, that live on motis. You are correct, live on motis, fourth stage of death.
Eléyìí ò ṣòkú sí òkú tó ti pẹ́ lélẹ̀ ó ní gbogbo eyín ẹ̀ ó lárẹ̀ ìkan ti lọ́ báyìí síta ó lárẹ̀ ó ló ti lọ́ síta báyìí ó ní so kì í ṣe kó ṣe ẹ̀kú olóògùn tó ti kú ìgbà ni wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣàlàyé àwọn ọ̀gọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀.
But this doctor is not serious.
Rigomotis are setting eyín ẹ̀ ti gan pa.
Why didn't they say live on motis have set in? Guys, do you understand? Why did they say rigor mortis instead of live on motis so that we can know the stage?
But irú àwọn ìkàwé ló ṣe ní sátẹ́ni òkú tí ò ṣe ẹ̀kú ẹ wá domi lé lórí kọ́ lè sọ pé lóòótọ́ ló kò láti wọ́n domi tẹ́tí rírọ́ tí nọ́ọ̀sì yẹn pa nìyẹn pé pé wọ́n nọ́ọ̀sì àtúbọ̀tẹ́ ẹ̀ ò lè dáṣọ wọn.
The bringing in of water here is just to make it look like it's fresh death. It's to shame Mohbad. It's to make it look like Mohbad just died, like a fresh death. That's why they introduce water into this case. Guys, be tapping the screen. Let's tap. Come on now. Tap now. Come on now. Come on.
Because only on a normal ya pípé ó pe orúkọ ìtò máa fi wo temperature rẹ̀ máa ṣì rí bí. Ó ní ó yẹ kí òun rí temperature níbọ̀ because omi tó ti dà sí lára ẹ̀ kò jẹ́ kó òun lè observe. Mi ò kọ́ lè wo motis o. Ó ní after 10 minutes. Ó ní tí ó wá ṣàlàyé kinní kan. Ó ní tó bá ti ó ní tí èèyàn bá collapse. Ó ní first thing tó yẹ kọ́kọ́ ṣe ni pé kọ́kọ́ fún ní CPR. Ó wá ṣàlàyé bí anybody ó ní ó yẹ kán fún àwọn ó ní láti primary school or secondary school ló yẹ kán ti máa fún wọn ní knowledge about CPR. Ó ní tí ó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tí èèyàn bá collapse. Ó ní the first thing tí èèyàn máa kọ́ ṣe ni pé èèyàn gbé ọwọ́ lé wà fúnra ẹ̀ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ sí ni máa tap bí tí ó ní because tí heart bá ti lè stop breathing ó ní ó máa lọ affect brain yẹn ó ní tí brain yẹn bá dẹ̀ ti lè wà affected báyìí ó ló parí ó ní the next thing ó lọ nìyẹn ó ní bọ̀tán bá rẹ́ni tó lè fún ní CPR yẹn ó ní á máa ti padà máa pọ́ǹpù ẹ̀jẹ̀ sínú ọpọlọ yẹn títí tán máa fi gbé dé hospital so ó ní ó yẹ kán máa fún àwọn ọmọ everybody ní lecture yẹn. Only after 10 minutes, if there's no CPR, only the person is gone. Olóòwò accuse wọn pé ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀wá ti kú over 3 hours. Olóòwò á bèrè lọ́wọ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀ pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀wá ti kú over 3 hours.
Doctors ask women that this person you guys brought is dead after 3 hours. He's dead 3 hours ago.
Ó nínú CCTV yẹn làwọn ti wá rí pé ìwé ìtàn ṣe drive mọ́tò dé ibẹ̀ yẹn ipe tó bá jẹ́ pé wọn ò wà kébù gan ni pé wọ́n lè pa gbogbo ibi tó kọlù yẹn ipe tó bá jẹ́ pé accident ṣẹlẹ̀ pé wọ́n right of máa pọ̀ gan ní pé because immediately tán tí mọ́tò yẹn ti wọlé náà ti mọ̀ pé yes there's an emergency. So yẹ yín mà pé ìwé ìtàn yẹn.
Okay, it was a car that brought Mohbad, not motorbike.
Nínú ẹ̀ làwọn ti wá rí pé
it was a car.
gangan obìnrin wà pẹ̀lú wọn. Pé bàbá kan ló gbé ọmọ dání pé bàbá kan ló gbé ọmọ dání pé gbogbo ẹ̀ làwọn pé CCTV.
So no motorbike. Okay, the man even said there was a camera that he watched the camera when Mohbad was brought in an emergency. The car swifted very quick.
Ibẹ̀ ló ti wá ń bèrè pé nọ́ọ̀sì yẹn ló wá ṣàlàyé pé nǹkan báyìí lòun fún nǹkan báyìí pé bọ̀ tí inú CCTV ipe because lọ́dọ̀ yẹn gbogbo nǹkan tó wà ní máìdì ni pé báwo ni ọmọkùnrin tó.
The doctor felt so the scene, a handsome man lying on the ground, 6 feet, lying. Say this is someone's son. Oh my God.
Only because ti gbé sí ó ní ẹpìtì táwọn ṣe ó ní reception làwọn ti ṣe ó ní so ó láwọn ọmọdé ó ní because brought in dead ni ó ní so ó láwọn tó ń kọjá lọ gan ó ní àwọn ọmọ school jáde dáàmú yẹn pé tó ń rí òkú yẹn ó ní kó má dẹ̀ dàbí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé kí ni ó láwọn wá lọ create kí ni aṣọ blue gan. Ó ní tó bá gbé àríbíṣẹ́ onígbà ẹ̀ làwọn wá lọ fọ́ọ̀mù kí ní aṣọ blue kan láti cover ẹ̀ sódà kò ní wà ṣọ́kì fún àwọn ọmọ
àbí inú mọ́tò yẹn ni ibẹ̀ yẹn ibi kíní yẹn ni kíní blue tán sọ yẹn tán fi cover ẹ̀ níbi tí tẹ bá rí kíní ìgbà tí wọ́n gbé fídíò.
mo ti mọ̀ tó dàbí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé mọ́ṣúárì àbí.
tá a di pípẹ́ bóyá
tọ́wọ́ díù lé lórí yẹn tọ́wọ́ díù lé.
bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fọ́tò yóò ti jáde. Okay.
It cannot be there now. It cannot be there. Because that one was in the night. That one that we saw in the ambulance was in the night. This one was afternoon.
How was the body that the doctor assessed? Was there any stab by the hand?
4 p.m. cannot be dark like that.
Ó ní olóhùn wọ́n béèrè question yẹn tó tọ́ ó ní but máìdì nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ yẹn ò jẹ́ kí máìdì tiẹ̀ lọ síbẹ̀ wọ̀nyẹn ó ní because ẹ mọ̀ pé ó ní emergency ló bá wa ó ní bó dẹ̀ ṣe wá yẹn ó nígbà tó dẹ̀ ti béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn pé ẹ mọ̀ pé tó bá ti lókùnkú wọn hospital ń fẹ́ tán sọ pé ọ̀dọ̀ wọn lèèyàn ti kú so ó ní immediately tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn ó ní ìtàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ làwọn wípé wọn ò tiẹ̀ gbà kan gbé wọn wọlé ó ní láti bẹ̀ làwọn dẹ̀ ti sọ fún wọn pé take the body to general hospital because wọ́n béèrè lọ́yẹ̀ pé ṣé ó béèrè kí ló ṣó mọ nǹkan tó pa ó wá ní pé àwọn ò mọ nǹkan tó pa pé because
first hospital on motorbike second hospital in a car I understand.
táwọn ti rí treat ẹ lọ làwọn máa mọ nǹkan tó ṣe ó ní is BID that is brought in there pé wọ́n gbé wá lókun ni ipe so kò sí nǹkan kan táwọn lè access ju pé àwọn nǹkan táwọn lè ṣe ni pé káwọn wo pause ẹ̀ káwọn wo heartbeat ẹ̀ káwọn wo everything only and everything was flat pé kò sí láì pé kò gbé láì 2 seconds kankan pé kò gbé débẹ̀ yẹn pé ìgbà tó máa dé gan ó ní despite the fact pé gbogbo nǹkan wọ́n wá bẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀nà ìmọ̀lì béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé báwo ló ṣe lè dá òkú ọjọ́ pé báwo ó lè dá òkú tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní pé wọ́n gbé kúrò ní 3:30 ó dé hospital ní 4:30 òkú yẹn dẹ̀ ti pé rigomotis ó wá ní pé kò sí nǹkan tó lè jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé òkú títí rigomotis bá ti máa setting wípé òkú tó jẹ́ pé ó ti kú over 3 hours ni ó ní it can be 24 hours it can be only but ó ti wà láti 3 hours ago so now àwa ń compare pé wọ́n láwọn gbókù kúrò ní 3:30 àbí or 2:30 àwọn rush ẹ̀bọ̀ wọ́n dé hospital ní around 3:30 4:30 òkú dẹ̀ ti gan wọn á ń parọ́ pé àwọn ń wá mọ́tò lẹ́yìn táwọn rí mọ́tò àwọn rí traffic ìpè bóyá gbà ló ti kú sínú mọ́tò ló fi wá kọjá ó ní pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣà sọ fún mi.
ìdẹ́bi kan rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé sẹ́rí bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yẹn wọ́n kàn fi àwọn hospital yẹn dìdìrín kan sọ̀rọ̀ pé ó ní mo ṣiṣẹ́ kan pé sọ̀rọ̀ kan pé MOHBAD ò tí kú tọ́ mi pọ̀ yes because ṣé gbẹ̀ngà tí Gbẹ̀ngà Adébóyè tó kú sọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta kọ́ dìde ọjọ́ mẹ́ta kọ́ ló fi kú.
Yes, and he was certified dead as well.
Kò mí pé wọn satisfy ẹ̀ wọ́n sọ fún ó ti kú náà wọ́n ti declare ẹ̀ dead. Wọ́n dẹ̀ gbé sí mọ́túárì ọjọ́ kẹta ló jíǹde. Bọ̀dí tó wà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n bá dé.
Sister Teni ẹni ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́sán yẹn is true for the fact pé òkú yẹn ti kú kó tẹ̀ wá jẹ́ pé ó fẹ́ǹtì ni tó collapse bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tó wá tún wá ń rọ̀ mí lé lórí yẹn ó máa weaken ẹ̀ mọ́ àwọn máa weaken ẹ̀. Exactly omi tó ń dà lé lórí yẹn gọgọgọgọgọ ó máa jẹ́ kó collapse gidi.
kí tí ẹ ṣe gbogbo yẹn ṣe ọ̀dísẹ́nu ó ní gbogbo mi à ń do mílíọ̀nù lórí ọjà gbogbo yẹn máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ.
olórí àpá kan níbi ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ó ní àpá kékeré ni ó ní it was a small cut ó fúnra ẹ̀ sọ ní it was a small cut ó ní kì í ṣe àpá tó jẹ́ pé ó tiẹ̀ lè ó wá ní ìbàmọye accident tó máa gbé dé ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ó ní ìbàmọye tẹ máa wá accident gangan tó jẹ́ pé at the end of the day ni ká fi òkè ìyẹn tiẹ̀ lọ fàáfà ẹ wo bó ṣe fìbọn bá ọwọ́ sàlójẹ́ náà ẹ wo bọ́ yẹn fìbọn ya ẹsẹ̀ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ kó dẹ torí ẹ̀ kú náà ẹgbẹ́ sọ fún mi ẹ̀jẹ̀ tọ́mọ ẹ máa lù sí.
wá rán ẹbí ilé kìlọ̀ wá rán ẹ bá sọ yín lọ.
Madam Anjola, was medical report given by them? Medical report.
wọ́n ní pé àwọn kọ̀ wọ́n ní ńgbà tó béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé ṣé wọ́n fún wọn ní certificate ó láwọn ò fún wọn ní certificate pé because àwọn ibì kan wà táwọn máa feel jẹ́ pé ó yẹ kán ṣó ti yẹ yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wípé but àwọn ò ní kíní yẹn lọ́wọ́ pé because àwọn kọ́ làwọn treat ẹ̀ brought in dead ni pé so kò sí báwọn ṣe lè fún wọn ní any certificate pé but at times tó bá jẹ́ pé ó ní because àwọn ọgbà míì wà tó jẹ́ pé irú bókun ṣe kú lálẹ́ tó fẹ́ máa gbé lọ yẹn wípé àwọn ọlọ́pàá lè disturb wọn kán arrest wọn kọ́ ṣe ó ní làwọn ṣe máa ń fún wọn ó ní tó bá gbé brought in dead wá ó ní tó bá jẹ́ pé death on arrival tó jẹ́ pé ó sì dọ́dọ̀ àwọn kó tó kú wípé is another thing ó ní pé DOA ó pè yẹn ní DOA ó ní bọ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ PID ni ó ní wọ́n gbé dé lókun ní so wọn ò ní any record of nǹkan tó ń ṣe débi kí wọ́n máa mọ ikú tó pa ó ní tó bá dẹ̀ máa fill certificate ó ní àwọn ibìkan wà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa sọ pé òkè o orí ló fọ́ tó fi kú ni o ẹ̀dọ̀ ń rún ni o ìní ó ní kò sí àwọn ibi tó ó ní so they only give èrè bóyá rí tí kìíní kan ẹ̀jẹ̀ wo ó ṣàkọ́ síbí mọ̀ bọ̀.
So even Perez Medcare,
to give him oxygen.
Even Perez Medcare gave them a written document.
Because everything ti was steven gbogbo ẹ ti gan. Olóhùn ti ẹ̀fẹ̀ try olóhùn fẹ́ try ipá òun pé because bóun ṣe ń wo Mohbad yẹn àánú ẹ̀ ń ṣe àánú yẹn ló ṣe gbogbo àgbáyé. Olóhùn try pé kóun tiẹ̀ tún lè fún ní oxygen oníbọ̀d. Ó ní níbi tó dé gan òun fẹ́ try àti gbẹnu lọ bí ẹnu ẹ̀ pé ẹ mọ̀ kọ́ṣà lè olóhùn ṣà bẹ́ẹ̀.
There's a question they didn't ask. There's a question there.
O ti wá ní kíní dúdú kan ó ní tó bá dẹ̀ sí tí kíní dúdú tó yẹn bá ti wà ń bẹ̀ ipe òkú tó ti rìn jìnnà gidi gan ó ní kì í ṣe stage 1 2 mọ́ gan ó ní ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti 3 upward.
Correct, stage 3 form. But the question, one good question here, was Mohbad everything hand straight, leg straight?
Ó tún wọ̀nù wa ó ní kó máa da omi léèyàn lórí ó ní kò dáa. Ó ní because ó ní number 1 ó ní tó bá da omi pé òkè ó fẹ́ rescue èèyàn kó fẹ́ gbà yàn là pé ó fẹ́ domi lé lórí ó ní omi lè sáwọ ẹmú ó lè sáwọ ó ní tómi bá dẹ̀ sáwọ mọ́ ó lè fa ìdíwọ́ wípé so pé is a very bad thing pé kó máa da omi léèyàn lórí pé bọ́yẹ̀ da omi lé orí ọmọ yẹn pé is not a good thing pé ìyẹn gan pé ó lè pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó gbà wọ etí ẹ̀ pé tómi bá dẹ̀ ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ pé iṣẹ́ ibi ló máa ń ṣe. Only pouring water is not good.
The doctor also condemned pouring water on Mohbad. That can also cause that can. The doctor said that can be part of what killed him. That point nobody should pour water on anybody. That can be part of what killed him as well. His doctor saying this.
Only they had to barricade more because of people passing. Ó ní wọ́n ní láti dá nǹkan bò tó kọ́ba yẹn lórí àwọn èèyàn tó ń kọjá bíbọ́ só tí wọ́n ní létà làwọn gan mọ̀ pé ẹni tó gbé wá pé coming up star bí ó ṣàpèbọ̀. Wọ́n ní attribute of questions will come to your mind to ask those people. Ìpè what kí ló wá sí mind ẹ̀ láti béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó gbé ọmọ yẹn wá. Wọ́n ní before the rigomotis resetting an issue of wound on him. While ahead, mo kọ síbẹ̀, ó ní paramotis is setting. Rigomotis. Only and when this setting, the patient is dead. Only there, he saw paranotis. Say paramotis. Only where the legs are white with a dark spot. That is a paramotis. Èyí tí mo ṣàlàyé pé ó ní àtẹ́lẹwọ́ yẹn ti funfun. Látẹ́lẹwọ́ yẹn kíní tó kan wá wà ńbẹ̀ bíi black báyìí. Ó ló ti funfun tán ní ẹni tó bá wò ó ní gbogbo nǹkan tó wọ́n wá bèèrè lọ́yìn tó bá ọ̀nà máa mọ̀ pé òkú ti kú. Ó ní gbogbo nǹkan táwọn máa mọ̀ lòun ti dárúkọ yẹn. Ó ní rigomotis àti setting. Then paramotis ó ṣàṣọ àwọn kíní yẹn. Ó ní rigomotis is for temperature but couldn't notice that because he was well pour water wọ́n ti domile lórí ó ní wọ́n ti domile lórí so kò jẹ́ kó òun lè gẹ́tì temperature ẹ̀ mọ́. Ó ní when they brought him ó ní Mohbad was on 3rd stage because he was saying paramotis.
Paramotis is first stage. Algomotis is 2nd stage. Rigomotis is 3rd stage. Liver is 4th stage. Those are the 4th stage of death.
Ṣé bí ó ṣe máa gbọ́ irú nǹkan tó sọ yìí?
Palomotis, algomotis, rigomotis, livomotis.
Just like in Gotombere, the doctor said they only give certificate to those patients that they know what healed them. Only what is your advice to corona? Only they should cancel quack nurse. They should cancel only.
What is the nurse? What is the doctor advice to the corona?
Only death is death. Only MOHBAD is gone.
About MOHBAD's death, what can they cause it? Doctor said death is dead. MOHBAD is dead.
Only death is death. Only tí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń bá sọ ìwọ̀n yẹn bá ti setting. Only gbogbo ẹ̀ ó ti kú nìyẹn ó ti lọ. Only because ní level tó wà yẹn ó ti kúrò stage 3 gan. Only if you want to take prescription, make sure that doctors àwọn nìkan take prescriptions here only because àwọn quack nurse wọ̀nyẹn they don't know anything. Only but only àwọn midwife àwọn agbẹ̀bí àwọn ìyá agbẹ̀bí ó ní àwọn lè prescribe ó ní and the reason ni pé ó ní àwọn sì mọ àwọn nǹkan kan ó ní tó bá dọ́dọ̀ agbẹ̀bí ń sìn ó ló máa bèrè lẹ́yìn pé ìjọ olórí mẹ́sìsì ẹgbẹ̀yìn ìjọ olóṣe ó láwọn èèyàn lè calculate only because àwọn lọ sí school ẹ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ ó ní but going ó ní kò sí nǹkan tó ń jọ́ auxiliary nurse ó ní kí ló ń jọ́ auxiliary nurse ó ní kò sínú English àwọn rárá ó ní but rísì táwọn hospital yẹn ṣe máa ń lò ó ní pé ó ní òkè kárí bí mo ṣe wà ẹ́ sí báyìí èmi jẹ́ nọ́ọ̀sì gidi mo lọ sí school of nursing everything ó ní tó bá yẹ kẹ́mi gba 150,000 ó náà máa private kan lọ gbé àwọn ọmọ wọ̀nyẹn torí pé wọ́n máa fún wọn ní 10,000 or 20,000 naira ó ní wọ́n dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé those things pé kò dáa ìpè sọ pé òun advice
wà professional.
ìpè sọ pé kán make sure pé tẹ́yàn bá ní complain if you are sick or anything that you should seek the help of a doctor. You should seek the help of a doctor, not a quack nurse. Èmi náà dẹ̀ ń bá wí yẹn. Wọ́n ní ó ní àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fún wa. Ó ní CPR helps the brain. Ó ní tí kinní yẹn bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀, ó ní tó bá lè fún ní CPR yẹn. Ó ní because once tí àti yẹn bá ti tí ò bá ti stop, kò sí nǹkan tó máa bọ́ọ̀bù ẹ̀jẹ̀ débi pé tí brain yẹn máa fi ṣiṣẹ́, ó lẹ́nu yẹn máa padà kú ni. Ó ní ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ṣì fi ọwọ́ pẹ́ẹ́sì àti yẹn tó ń ṣe CPR yẹn ó ló máa help brain yẹn so ó ṣàfihàn aláwọn advice ó ní as a medical doctor wọ́n ní as a medical can we recognize 24 hours death wọ́n ní can you recognize nemoli ló béèrè pé as a medical doctor can you recognize 24 hours death he said yes through rigomotis and co ó ní yes ó ní in fact I saw rigomotis in MOHBAD. Only, and that was why he declared to the family that MOHBAD is dead. Only rigomotis start 3 hours after death. Next sitting is April 25. Abomireo, God bless you all.
All right, thank you very much. That is it. That is everything that she has to say. She has talked about familiarity. She has talked about the driver, and she's talked about.
Yes, ma. God bless
also about the doctor. So let me sing. I think we can should we listen to the question or we should just discuss about it now? So guys, now we have a full loaded information. What do you guys think? Let me know. Any questions so far? I think we have listened to everything right now. We have a full information. So what do you guys say? Should we discuss it? Should we follow up with the question? What do you guys think?
I think we should discuss it. Let's discuss it to see where all the...
I'm ready. If you guys are ready, I'm ready.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I might say good
Most
evening,
of
Quincy.
what they were saying,
it
was all said in Yoruba, and it's not everyone that is understanding Yoruba's language, Although I understand some of when she was using English in some parts, but not everything. Maybe someone
I would say don't lead. Yeah, no, I would say don't lead. Just let the discussion proceed. and then you pick more points. Yes.
Okay.
We can, while rubbing mind, while speaking, you just listen, and then you will pick everything. Between now and tomorrow, everything will be circulated. You know,
everywhere,
so just bear with us. Everything will be circulated.
No problem.
Everybody will be on the same chapter. Just like we are on the same chapter on every other cases. You know, so this one too, I mean, it can seem like that in the beginning. So everything we put together, and you know, we'll be right. All right, let's go. Let's discuss. Those of you who understood what was said, let's jump into the discussion.
First question. Oh, I think it is start. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So, Papi, I think you need to explain to everybody what stage
Should we do a kind of like a brief? Should we do a kind of like a brief? Should we do a kind of like an English brief? Like
yes.
Okay. All right. I hope I remember everything, but whatever I miss it, so please, you guys should just remember me because we all heard it all together. So let us tap on the screen, everybody. So today inquest were 3 witnesses. The first witness being Sammy Larry, the driver that drove Mohbad to the show, and then the doctor of the Perez Medcare that satisfied Mohbad dead, or that certified him dead. That's his name is Dr. Chigozie. So to start with, maybe I should just start with the doctor because the doctor was the one we heard lastly. So what was narrated was that the doctor said Mohbad was brought into their facility. In fact, it was a car that brought in, and the car rushed into the premises. So, like, with the way the car came in, if there was any other car there, that would have caused an accident. It was very swift, very quick. So they quickly came down and they saw Mohbad. They saw a full grown-up man, like, stretched, lying on the ground. And so they jumped into CPR to try to resuscitate him. Like, they were pumping, they tried their best, but because students were passing, so they had to barricade the place. At the point they took Mohbad into the reception, okay, into the hospital, like the entrance. So at that point, when resuscitating, when trying to give a PR to see whether any change will be made, they realized that the mouth was very stiff. The mouth was stiff, the teeth, everything was stiff. So, and then, like, he checked some other few signs, he realized that this person is being dead. In the word of Adura and the Jebami said, he don't die tete. Okay? So this doctor also confirmed the same thing. He told Wumi that, he said he told Wumi that this person have died since 3 hours ago. So we now asked what happened. So according to him, he said they had even already poured him water. So he saw the water on the body and all of those things. That even didn't allow him to see further signs that he could have seen, because like the body was wet, something like that. So me, I'm thinking maybe they were trying to deceive everybody. They were using this water to deceive people. Somebody must have advised them to put the water to make it look fresh. That water narrative was a manipulation to make him look fresh. Even since the nurse came throughout, how can you still be putting water on somebody while going to the second hospital? Stay with water. So at least in the first hospital, they could have cleaned all those things. If the second hospital can see water, then what manipulation did the first hospital do? So basically, the doctor said, then later he had to watch this particular instance on the CCTV camera, that they had the CCTV camera that recorded everything, how it happened, how Mohbad was brought in. So for me, I think if we can access that CCTV camera, that will clear off the second doctor in the first place. I mean, in some sense, okay, if they can even go as far. I was expecting the doctor of the Kuramet hospital, the first hospital that Mohbad was taken to. That was the doctor I was expecting, because that doctor is the one that has a full information that could have tell the first noticeable sign Imagine the first hospital was talking about these signs that the second hospital talked about. Someone like me, though I believe Mohbad died on Monday, but if I want to be fair, I maybe this was second hospital, then I'll be thinking like maybe Mohbad died probably in the morning or maybe like around 11 or whatsoever, right? Because when I look into the postmortem sign, I have read it here all the time. There are 4 signs that are noticeable that in fact medical scientists, they use in knowing how long a person has died. 4 signs, right? The first one, they call it pallor mortis. The second one, they call it algor mortis. The third one is rigor mortis. The fourth one is livor mortis, right? So these are different signs that a dead body that begins to appear on a dead body. The moment a body dies, so I'm going to read it right there. I have it in front of me. So I'm going to read it here. It says, the 4 major postmortem changes are pallor mortis, which is paleness. The body changes color. Paleness. Yeah. Maybe there's not much blood in the body. Okay, you will see the paleness. So paleness. So pallor mortis means you will begin to notice paleness in the body. Algor mortis means cooling. The body will begin to drop temperature. You know, average human temperature, I think, is about 37 degrees Celsius, if I'm not mistaken. So the body will begin to cool. That is algor mortis. Okay, depending on the environment, whatever the person. If you are in the ice, your body and that of the, like me right now, if I'm the ice, my body cannot like be cool, be in the same level as the ice. Inside my body will still be warm. Once my whole body, okay, is it 36? Okay, if my whole body goes cool, even if I'm in the cool, even if you are in the cool, does not mean your body, your blood, everything will be cold or no. But when you are dead, all your internal and external temperature slowly begins to match with your environment. Okay, that's algor mortis. Pallor mortis, like blood will not circulate again in your body. So you begin to see paleness, okay, because there's no blood circulation. Algor mortis, the body will begin to cool drastically, like dead body will begin to cool. So a medical scientist seeing all those change, one would have noticed paleness. We say, okay, this body have died between this time and that time. Second one, the body is cold, okay, they can suspect that, okay, the temperature has dropped. That's algor mortis. The third one is rigor mortis. So after the coolness of the body, then the body begins to stiffen, okay, like stiff, right? So rigor mortis. Most times, before this rigor mortis, it is always advisable that once a person dies, no pulses, no signs. Before the rigor mortis sets in, that is, the body begins to stiffen, the person begins to shake like this. They advise for people who are around, who understand, to stretch the body. That's why I was asking, like, when the body was brought to the hospital, was it already stretched? It means somebody who has the knowledge would have stretched it. And that person would have been seen, like, the person would have noticed something before advising for the body to be stretched. All right. So was it in the Kuramet hospital that Mohbad was stretched like this? Because we saw him like this, right? So during all that time that we saw Mohbad in the ambulance, Mohbad was still stiff. If he died on Tuesday, it would have still been stiff. If it is on Tuesday he died, right? So, but they are claiming that he died right in that hospital. That is, if they are claiming he died on the way to the hospital around that time, when we saw him in the car, right, where he was announced dead, there's problem here. Now there's problem. The car, when Mohbad was announced dead, in the car, which was Mohbad is dead, that was from Kuramet Hospital to Perez Medcare, because now it has been established that that was Mohbad car, that it was neighbor car that brought them from Mohbad house to somewhere along the way, while Okada took them from the way to Kuramet Hospital. While they were in Kuramet Hospital, Darosha brought Mohbad car that took them from Kuramet to Perez Medcare. So, and it was in that car, they were on their way to the second hospital when they announced Mohbad dead. Are we following? Hello, can we tap on the screen, guys? If you're following, please make sure you're tapping on the screen. So they were on their way to the second hospital. And when we saw Mohbad in that car, the hands were not stiff like this. Okay. Now, this is somebody who has left first hospital. So it's crazy. Now I begin to ask questions. And this is right now, this is very complicated right now. And it's very logical. The shot of when Mohbad was announced dead, where were they bringing him from? It begins to make sense. The problem, this is a very big problem right now. Because you guys left the first hospital. In the first hospital, they have packed Mohbad. They have put cotton wool in his nose. They have packed the BID. When you bring the BID in any hospital, they will pack the person. So now I want to know, when they announced Mohbad dead, the only excuse they have right now is that they are coming from home to the first hospital. Because there is no way the first hospital, when we see Mohbad in the car, the hand was like this, right? No, the first hospital will never allow that to happen. They will not allow that to happen. Because this is a confirmed death. They will do the needful. They will have to pack the body, put cotton wool, do everything. So at what point did all those changes take place? There were some manipulators there, some professionals who were with these guys. All right. So as my question seemed to be answered, Mohbad in that car, where were they bringing him from? It's very, very important. When he was announced dead, because the most logical answer for them is that they were bringing him from Kuramet to Perez Medcare. And even at that, that is where my question comes from. They cannot tell me they were taking him from home to the first hospital because that was Mohbad car. Right? That was Mohbad car. You told us Mohbad car wasn't working. Then I back from Perez Medcare back home. He was already stiffing. From Perez Medcare, what the doctor saw was somebody who was stiff. And the doctor will never allow Mohbad like this. When Baba Mohbad came to meet Mohbad, Mohbad's hand was not like this. Once you die in this third stage, if you die and nobody package, if you die like this, that's how you remain until 36 hours before the body will begin to fall back. So there are 4 signs that is noticeable after death. 4 post-mortem signs or 4 after death signs. 1, because blood doesn't circulate again, you notice paleness. That is pallor mortis. Second one, the body begins to cool, to drop its temperature. That is algor mortis. The third one, the body begins to stiffen, to stretch, to stiffen, to grow hard. That is the rigor mortis. Let's check the last one. I don't know, in case any question, please let me know. Then now the 4th one, livor mortis. This is the discoloration of the skin due to blood pooling in dependent areas of the body. Due to blood pooling in dependent area of the body. So like blood can now begin to like, a lot of blood may gather somewhere. A lot of blood was already away from somewhere, okay? So you may see some color, you may see dot here, you may see black, you may see purple here, you may see another color there. You know, sometimes when you have injury in your hand like this, you know, like after some time, like you will see that area we have like maybe black spot or whatsoever. So these are the discoloration they're talking about, okay? So let me read it. It says, livor mortis, this is the discoloration of the skin due to blood pooling in dependent areas of the body. Gravity causes blood to settle in the lower part of the body, leading to a bluish purple discoloration. Liver, yes, okay, bluish purple discoloration. So the bluish purple may be the black dot that he saw, that, you know, that like maybe something dark, right? That he couldn't figure out whether it's what it was practically black because, you know, of the situation at the time. But he noticed some discoloration, right? So we can say that is the process of livor mortis. So these are the 4 signs. So let me say anybody that has died, let me say 2 days ago, okay? So one thing that you must notice in that body, you must notice livor mortis, right? Because livor mortis, at least, these are the stages of thing between 3, 4, 5 hours after death with livor mortis. Rigor mortis, 2 hours in average after death. Algor mortis between 1 hour to 2 hours. Pallor mortis between when the person died. You know, the moment blood stops circulating, pallor mortis, you know, kicks off or jumps in. So this is the story of the doctor, and the doctor said he only gave them like a written paper, a written document signifying that Mohbad was brought in dead, right? According to the doctor, he was trying to use the word dead on arrival, that maybe Mohbad died, but I think it was the wrong terminology he was using. If Mohbad had died in the hospital, that is when they would have given him a death certificate, so they would know what killed him. But Mohbad didn't die there. Mohbad was brought in dead. He was already dead before coming in. And the doctor also advised that in circumstances where people are dying, that there should be an attempt of CPR so that blood can continue to flow in their body. Because once blood stops to flow, the first sign of postmortem will come in, then the person start dying. That is, blood will no longer flow, will no longer be supplied to the body for functioning. A car without fuel stops moving and starts breaking. In fact, don't go. When blood doesn't circulate, doesn't move with nutrient from one part of the body to another part of the body, the person start dying. All right? Naturally, there's no magic here. So this is the narrative of the doctor. I don't know any addition, any subtraction, or any question, and then we can move to the driver.
Okay,
Quincy,
quick question.
is this one enough? Is this one okay for you? Yeah. Quincy, do you like it this way? Quincy has slept too.
Yes. You did a good job.
All right, go on, AE. Go on, AE.
A quick question, yeah? So now, in between all this, or maybe am I taking it too deep? The nurse.
No, you can go deep. You can go deep, no problem. Why not?
Okay, in between all this question, the nurse, what time did she come in? And then how do we begin to, add it up? The timing of his death to when he came. See, I'm just having a brain fog. Do you understand, Papi? Do you understand my question?
I think, Anne, I think your question is to come later, because this time,
okay.
I think Papariano wants to discuss the process of death.
Okay, let me
the doctor.
No, we can talk. We are talking about the doctor right now. We can talk about it, no problem. Because once we leave here, we are going to the driver.
Okay, Papi. So my question is, you see, the nurse, when she came, recount what she said at the inquest. When she came, met him alive. So I'm trying to work it out in my head. That means she treated Adura then. Because if like one month is setting, what time? Also, Kurame to parents.
You have to understand, this is Nigerian doctor. Okay, you have to cut them some slacks in some professionalism area. Okay, because even from the way the doctor was speaking, I can already spot some mistakes. Okay, I can spot some mistakes from the way the doctor was speaking. But I don't want to put it with him, because how can you be talking about fourth stage of postmortem, which is livor mortis, and at the same time, and in your documentation you put there rigor mortis? Can't you differentiate? When the doctor in Perez Medical documented, Dr. Chido was saying, he put there that they already observed rigor mortis. He could have put there that they observed livor mortis. All this black spot he was talking about, he could have stated it there. Why is it here he's saying those things? Is he not sure of what he saw? I don't understand. So you get?
No, I think he's sure of what he saw. But the
Have you read the report he wrote the other time?
Yes, the first report.
Yes, he didn't put all this new information.
I think when it comes to the process of death, sometimes all this differentiation of the pallor, rigor, rigor, and the liver, sometimes they do occur almost simultaneously. But the doctors at that time, I think he was just describing the situation, because he said
it's impossible. They cannot occur simultaneously. Please. It's impossible. They cannot occur simultaneously, please. There are stages. They call them stages.
It depends on what actually killed that patient. For pallor, is the paleness. If he
the blood stop flowing, that's understanding.
And we know there's a history of bleeding. He bled. That was one of the histories. And then for the argo is the sudden drop in temperature of the body. When somebody bleeds, what's the process of shock? In shock, the temperature goes down, boom. As all the vital signs are going down, that temperature goes down. And then for the rigor mortis, which the doctor talked about the first time, that was what gave us a sign that this person had died some few hours ago.
Yeah, but that don't start simultaneous. That's what I'm saying. As the first stage.
Yes.
There are stages to
there are stages.
Sign.
The first two could come the same time. Depends on what, like I told you, about if it's resulting from this bleeding. And then the rigor mortis too. If a patient had seizures before he finally like the heart stops, rigor mortis usually comes faster because the muscles of seizures
already. You cannot have that simultaneously.
No, I'm describing step by step for you. We heard that MOHBAD had seizures.
No, but I'm trying to go away from the statement. Like you are making look like, okay, let me say from the next 5 minutes that somebody died, rigor mortis can kick in immediately.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say.
You said everything can simultaneously, right?
Everything, not that they can happen simultaneously, but they could precede each other very closely, not going by the hours that we see on book. So like this doctor, that when this doctor talked about the rigor mortis at the time they brought him, because like you remember when he said he was going to start a CPR, but he discovered that his whole face was already stiffened. He was already going into rigor mortis, meaning he had died some hours before they brought him. So there was no way they could have even saved him. But the liver mortis is what he is confused about. And he didn't even have to even describe it to that extent. Liver mortis is for what they call the pathologists. That's what they used to like think of the probable time that this person may have died, that the organs may have shut down. So that's for what this doctor said today. I think it is now he actually describes all what happened when they brought MOHBAD to his hospital. MOHBAD had died long before they took him to that hospital. So it is Kuramet that is even supposed to come now.
Yeah, the fact that he can confirm liver mortis, that can also serve as somebody who have died for a long time. But the only question I would have asked is that, you know, there could have been, yes, there could have been question where they asked him like this, that at the time you saw that body, did you notice rigor mortis on every part of the body or just the face?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good
That would have been a very good question to ask him. But you know, I don't think the police,
because if it's the
just
doctor, our pathology was there now. Our sheet was there. Our pathology was there. I think he should have put that question to the legal team to ask, or should have asked by himself. Anybody could ask question there.
Yeah, they would have asked him.
Our pathology, because once it is confirmed, once it is confirmed, because if MOHBAD had died at least 6 hours before they brought him there, right? There is no way you will see all
everything,
the part of his body, almost all
will be
the
stiffened. Yes.
And once you see that, it's a problem, because there is no way they can say that the guy just died now.
No. There's just no way.
But if they only sit on the face, normally rigor mortis start on the face, then extend.
Yeah, it starts with those small muscles of.
Then extend to the limbs,
and then it starts extending down, because the muscle chemicals start breaking down. When it starts breaking down, that is where you see all the stiffness will come up in every part, and then from the smaller muscles to the bigger muscles. So what I think Perez Medical, they are the ones that I can say they were victims, because these people already did what they did with MOHBAD's body in Kuramet. Kuramet.
Type of do that. That's what strategic movement, right? They should petition these guys to the police.
Yes.
If I was a lawyer of Mohbad, any of them, after they speak in the inquest, I will invite them to the police, and I will be there to question them.
Yes.
Because like that guy, there is no way they petition Darosha, they petition this guy, and petition Wunmi, and bring the of them before the police, and some shit is there, and watching them with their lawyer. Police will detain one person. Once one person can detain, there's problem for others.
Yes, they would have been able, from the very start, they would have, with the way the police would have been able to trace the possible cause of what happened to this boy. Because all their stories were not aligning. They were saying things that were contradictory. So, with what Perez already said now, then they should ask the Kuramet, how long did it take them to move him from Kuramet to Perez? Was it a day? Was it 6 hours? Was it how many hours? So then we will now start even trying to put one or two things together. So
what do you want to establish from there? I think the best question, what do you want to establish from there? The best question is this.
Okay.
At the time Mohbad was seen in the Kuramet Hospital or Perez Medcare, was there any occasion at which the body was completely stiff? If any of them can establish that, then people who brought him, they're in trouble. There is no way Mohbad body.
But they said they have camera, though. They said they have CCTV camera.
When I saw him in the car on the way to Kuramet to Perez Medcare, on the way to Perez Medcare, that body doesn't look rigor mortis. You saw that body in the car, right?
Yeah, because even his neck, I think the neck still moved when the person moved his leg.
Exactly. So could it be that he died on his way to Perez Medcare, but Kuramet has confirmed him dead? And they have packed him.
I think that was when they were moving him to Kuramet.
I think they filmed that video and prepared it. Why do I say that? Because Papariano,
that video doesn't justify anything, I swear.
Anything.
They're in trouble because
the driver said 3 o'clock.
That video.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
From where to where?
Video, yes.
It doesn't make sense.
Where are they going?
It doesn't make sense. From where to where were they taking Mohbad? From where to where?
I'm sure they made that video even before they went to the hospital.
I'm telling you, it seems like it's all staged because the fact that the driver said 3 o'clock in the morning.
Petition them, bring all of them there and ask them those questions.
That's it. Driver said 3 o'clock in the morning. They were looking for.
They are romancing these guys. They are romancing them. They are romancing these guys.
And then come back to the question of what Anne was asking. Who did the nurse treat? Because the nurse came at 2:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday. Who did he meet? So
but you have to establish. You have to establish.
Annie.
Yeah.
I think I said that earlier today that when they gave us the driver's testimony of 3 a.m., 11 a.m., 9 a.m., like this was Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday. I said one thing. I said that nurse either came to do an embalmment on the body of Mohbad or she came to do some stitches. They just brought in that nurse to cover up because if the nurse says she was in the house 2 p.m. on Tuesday and Mohbad died on Monday. So please, who did she? She might not come to treat Adura. She might even come to treat the woman herself. She might come to treat somebody else. She might come to even treat them general. Maybe she even came to just treat those who had the altercation with Mohbad. So she came to treat them. Maybe they sustained minor injuries. It doesn't even have to be Adura. It might be somebody else. You don't know what she came to do. But for me, if the nurse came and Mohbad died since Monday, maybe she actually came to embalm the body. And somebody was asking me, how? But she said she gave injection. Yes, embalmment is, you do it by needle and syringe. That's it. That's how you do it.
Right now, we have some problem here. We have some problem here right now. For us to be able to prove that Mohbad died on Monday, all right, or before that, before 12, before 1 a.m., right? We need to be able to establish when rigor mortis set into Mohbad. This is the best instrument used by medical scientists to find out the cause of someone's death, rigor mortis. If we can establish when rigor mortis, that when that body was in the hospital, there was completely rigor mortis in any of the two hospitals, then it possibly have died hours. But if rigor mortis was just on the face, if it was just on the mouth, on the face, in Perez Medcare, then he died few hours, like 2-3 hours ago.
I thought
let
he said,
me just say something.
Mohbad had an injury, and I didn't hear the doctor say anything
Quincy,
about any wound on Mohbad.
Quincy, sorry, let me just say something. You see, I came up on Papariano this afternoon, and I said something. I said, Baba Mohbad, Wunmi, what is Ileri's sister?
Adura.
The one that no. The one that called Baba Mohbad, our first daughter. Blessing. They knew the game people are playing. Baba Mohbad is playing game with them. You see what they read to us at at that place today, that all are saying they didn't find anything. They have seen the result. That's why that's why the North came outside, but it's changed now. Now let me just put all those one aside. With what we had from the garage guy, what is his name? The garage guy, the one that gave Mohbad job. He called me, always begged me for
Sam
a
Larry.
job. Sam Larry always gave me a job. With what we heard from him, right? With what we heard from the doctor at the hospital, it shows that all those people, they are playing on us. Let me tell you something today, which people you don't even know. This thing you are talking about, right, is about, it's not about politics, it's about power. Listen to me very carefully. I will break everything for you. It's about power. Somebody, which is even our president, is on that line. Somebody is an errand to them. Saving. Are you getting me? Which Mohbad and his wife is on that line as well. We were struggling. We were saying, we ourselves, we are talking about what killed this guy, because we don't want this thing in our society again. But they are blocking. My sister, my brother. What do you think that own Nigeria is? Power and money. This is where they get their money. This is where they get their power. Are you getting me? Are you telling me that our president, Tinubu, doesn't hear anything about this, what we are discussing every blessed day on social media?
Tinubu is not on social media.
Do you think Nigeria will be like this?
Tinubu is not on social media.
Ooh. Oh!
Tinubu children dey social media. Good evening, everybody.
Forget it.
Mama Ese.
They are feeding him. Please, Mama Ese, please. Please, forget it. Please, forget it. I was a politician before. I know what I'm talking about. Forget it. I don't want to go far. I don't want anybody to know about me. I don't want to go far. Forget it.
Mr.
You see,
Mr. Eric, we have said this one. There are powers that be. There are powers that be in this case, and that's why we keep saying we need to use wisdom.
No. Listen. Government is in this case as well. You see, I don't need to be on social media before I know what people are talking about in Nigeria. Are you getting me? They are paying every month for those people. Go, you social media man, come and feed me back, please. Never you say that. You social media, you are the government are paying a lot of people every month. so that to get
Mr. Eric.
Yeah.
Mr. Eric, let me tell you. Do you know why I'm not ready to flow with you on the issue of Tinubu? Is that I beg your pardon. Before we get to the president, those people who are even surrounding Baba Mohbad, number one, are the ones who are going against justice. It hasn't gotten to the president level. If you see the headline, no, I won't take it. I will not support you on this. I will not support you on this. We don't have to get to the president to get justice. No. Those who are working with us, they are most within us. They are most within us. There are people who are surrounding Papa Mohbad, misleading him, not allowing him to take correct action.
Mama is
letting us
Mama is that's where you believe on.
It's not what I believe on, I'm telling you. You see the autopsy of today?
Tinubu is
no, Mr. Eric, no, let me say something. No, let me say what I know. Let me say, you listen to me first. You see the autopsy they gave you today? We have already gotten the results since. From the day Gurexi followed Baba Mohbad to the mortuary when we said, go and check Mohbad's body. Is there any wound? Gurexi came out with the lawyer and told this to our face. No, there's nothing, there's no spot, there's no anything. And I challenged him that time. I said, are you sure?
Mama, easy.
Are you sure it's Mohbad's body they gave you to see? We have issues. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We have issues among ourselves. On the floor, we even have issues already. Before I even take it to the top. We need to clear our house first.
Anyone that putting money into Baba Mohbad's account.
We need to clear our house first. That's what I'm telling you. Even if Tinubu wants justice for Mohbad and the family does not want, what do you want to do? You want to force them? What are we talking about?
Listen. That's where you people always make a lot of mistake. Ìyá Mohbad have said it earlier on. Tipẹ́tipẹ́, ìyá yẹn ó ló ká gan. Inú abúlé ló gbé dàgbà. Ó ti sọ fún yín tipẹ́tipẹ́ bọ̀ ẹ̀yin gbogbo lè já sí.
We are talking about what the doctor said at the court. Yes, wait, hold on.
What is Mama Easy is saying about the government?
Because all along, we are not talking about Mama Mohbad because she doesn't even know anything. What we are talking about, because all along,
what she doesn't know.
They have been talking about.
Calm down. Please calm down now.
Good evening.
Idris, my darling, how you do? Mr. Eric, please calm down. You have even diverting us right now. You have diverted everything we are saying. Please,
yes,
not even gotten to that yet. We're trying to sort out. No. We're trying to sort out the corona inquest for today now.
Yes, not to blame
don't
the verse, letting the pain, letting the verse.
Don't the calm down. I'm going to start from the house.
Yeah,
we were on the matter since they shout. We don't need the matter since they shout now. They don't.
Thank you. I will tell you.
Because all along they have been saying Mohbad sustained a wound, and I ask myself a question. A doctor came to the court today. He or she, I don't know if it was a lady doctor or a man. Yeah. The doctor never said anything. I never heard what Papariano just explained today according to what the doctor said at the court.
Good.
She or he never mentioned anything about the wound Mohbad sustained. Because I believe as a doctor, if you are examining a patient, you will first of all
Hello. Please, hello. The doctor mentioned that Mohbad had a small wound.
No.
And that wound was a long time ago.
Meet yourself, please. Meet yourself. You have to listen to what they are saying.
That is what I want to hear.
You can't just come up. Don't worry.
It's Mr. Eric, please calm down. We are not shouting here. We are just calm down, analyzing the situation.
Mr. Eric,
yeah, please calm down.
Calm down, Joe.
Okay.
So, Mr. Dolly, the doctor mentioned, said something about the wound he sustained.
Yes.
It's in that report.
Yes, that's the doctor from Perez.
Injury. Yes.
That is small injury. That injury is so small that it cannot cause any death.
Okay.
No. Listen, don't say okay. You can when we are listening to analysis, they said,
Mr. Eric, you cannot divert us.
Listen to me. Please listen to me.
Mr. Eric, calm down now. Miss Eric, she asked a question. Her question was answered, and I said, okay.
No, listen.
Jesus.
The judge
We're listening now.
said,
Take it easy.
on a footmat.
Mr. Eric, calm
only one drop of blood.
Mr. Eric, take it easy, I beg.
We're listening now.
I greet you,
That's not
Mama.
very autocratic. We're listening.
The driver said when he was cleaning his car the following day, he saw just a little bit of drop of blood, not pool of blood, as the Baba Mohbad said, as the police said. Please, you people should be. No, to be honest, don't bring all those things come to us, right? Just a drop of blood can. Can I insult you?
No, listen, Mr. Eric, can you hear this now?
Yeah.
Mohbad was not killed in that car.
I
He
knew.
was
He was still at home.
Now listen. You don't want to listen. You listen now. You listen. You have been talking since. You have been talking since.
Allow him to vent.
Listen.
You have been talking since.
I knew.
Annie, allow him to vent, please. Everybody mute for him or mute for him to vent.
No. Let me just tell you something today. You can say anything. I knew all those stories. I knew all those stories before you people, and I knew all the. As at the moment I'm talking to you, I have my evidence, which I'm just going to bring out. I'm just looking at people. I'm telling the truth today.
Thank God you said it's somebody that gave you the information. You yourself did not get the information direct.
Sorry.
Continue.
Dolly Shaz, and he can mute. Allow Eric vent himself. Mute.
Yes, you
have the floor. You have the floor.
You know something? That something happened in that house, which they plan everything. In your company, to just place a powerful man. Fight free. Ó láwọn èèyàn tẹ́ pọ́n sẹ́ndì sáwọn tó wà lórí on top tó ń sẹ́ndì òbòsàn tó ń dó wọn náà tẹ́ pé wọn jẹ́ ká ní justice náà òun náà tún lòbò ara ẹ̀ gan. Let me tell you this, kò sí bí èèyàn ṣe fẹ́ kú even gan ọmọ tó bá wáyé papọ̀ when somebody is unconscious ọmọ sáré fi spoon wọ́n ní Mohbad yìí ṣe kí ni. One of the go to the hospital. Like, what are you people talking about? One percent kokotori Mohbad. Then you are go méjìlá. And you are still arguing on any something that one driver no go ariwo la go mẹ́ta. Ago mẹ́ta elo ti kú. What are you people talking about? There's something in life, right? So the mental health is very, very important. Ẹlòmíì wà tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ ẹ̀ lásán ó kàn sáré jáná mọ́tò la bírèkì mọ́ ó ti wọ kọ́mà ó ti wọ mental health nìyẹn. Gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń gbọ́ yìí, some people, I have to be honest with you, tá à ń gbé lu òyìnbó, we will know this. But ẹlòmíì ti wọ ó ti rán mental tẹ́lẹ̀mí ò mọ̀ lákọ̀dé lórí social media yìí á kàn máa sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tó tẹ̀ lọ anywhere. Right? Now, what I want to tell you is this. You see, with what you had today, they gave us the light, ọ̀nà àti òye. Kí ló dé bàbá Mohbad wá padà dé tó sọ pé, and he now came back and said Mohbad died on Monday because torí bàbá Mohbad tẹ̀lé yẹn gbogbo kò rí kíní kan èèmọ̀ káàtúná máa ti ṣí mọ́ nǹkan kan yẹn bàbá Mohbad work with Wunmi and nurse. Ẹgbà bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ti rí result ọmọ agbéjáde lẹ́yìn. Torí lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn nígbà tó ń pariwo ẹ̀ ló ti ń béèrè gbogbo kẹ́jọ́ tó ń béèrè yẹn o. That's why he asking for that question he asking for. Kọ́mọ bàbá láìpẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ kọ́mọ bàbá kan tó tẹ́ tó ti ń ka èlò fẹ́ rí lórí justice for Mohbad pàápàá $100 million. ó bà life àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀gàn jẹ́ because àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀mí wà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa jẹ́ lọ́ọ̀yà. Babajide, it can get anytime. So what we are talking about now, I have to be honest with you people, there's somebody which is in power. Why are we going? I can drive law, talk about our rights. Why they can't take all those things? Oh, this is murder. Gbogbo àdó ànulé ẹ pátá àtẹ̀tọ́ àdáṣe gbogbo náà ẹ̀kọ́ tẹ̀tì kọ́ wọ́n fi máa mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Àwọn àdékòrò náà kòrónà gidi kan wọ́n jẹ́ lọ́rùn gbọ́ gidi kan wọ́n ṣe gbàgbé lọ sí kóòtù kan yẹn. Let me tell you, sórí 3 seconds video yẹn bàbá yẹn ti come out kì í ṣe òun gbogbo ló come out o Mohbad ló kó sí nínú olówó extend to 10. But we did not fight about that. Baba jáde, ó wá ń jà pé rárá o kìíní kan. Why? Ó yẹ kó support your mini. Pé okay, àwọn tẹ̀fẹ́ rí kọ́ pé jáde. But you people are just, I don't know. Bí àwọn fún yín lọ́wọ́ ni o. Bóyá nǹkan tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ ní platform yẹn ní lọ́kàn confuse ẹ̀yin èèyàn. We people, we are looking for justice. Nítorí Mohbad kọ́, wretches. Mohbad is a wretched from family. Wretches ni. But àwọn ń jà torí àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá wa tó fẹ́ gbé Nàìjíríà. Orúkọ báyìí kó má ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn because wọ́n yẹn ń fa drug nílùú yìí, ìlú tẹ̀mí wà. Àwọn ọmọ yẹn gbogbo wọn ń fa drug, wọ́n ń fa gbóná fa ogbẹ́. Wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ kọ́ ọ̀bọ̀ ń ṣe ogbẹ́. But kọ́mọ tó bá wá sílẹ̀ jẹ́ pé òkè ọmọ wa tó fẹ́ kó wá sí Nàìjíríà o lọ́sọ̀ gbé nílùú wa. Ìlú òyìnbó ń ṣe ìlú wa náà. Ọkọ máa rí orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ọmọ táàtù kan, àwọn táàtù kan tó jẹ́ ọmọ garage tọkọ̀ hold ibì kan jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti ní access láti máa pawó bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n bẹ̀ sí ní manipulate wọ́n lè ní kọ́ lọ parí gan. When I was in school, let me tell you something today. I have to be honest with you. When I was in school, ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan ó lọ yàtọ̀ tó sára ó lè ti join court. Bàbá ìjọ tí bàbá rẹ̀ ní báyìí tó wọnú yàrá tó ní ìtàtù yẹn lára ẹ̀ ìjọ kejì bàbá yẹn pa pé ọmọ yìí ó máa kọ́ àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n àtàwọn àbúrò ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ máa ṣe kí ni ó dẹ̀ máa bà family òun jẹ́. Ó kun ní poison ni ó ní olóńfẹ́ ro ó ní kó jókòó sórí odó pé kó jẹ àṣejẹ ló pa because ó mú kó ní ọ̀nà ọmọ ẹ̀. What are you people talking about? Please.
Relax.
Listen.
Your blood pressure gonna go high, and you don't want your blood pressure to get high. You gotta relax. Take it easy.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
I don't understand what you're saying, but relax a little bit because your blood pressure gonna skyrocket.
Why are you speaking? Why are you not a Nigerian? Why are you speaking like that?
No, listen, Mr.
I'm just saying, like, you don't want to die too from high blood pressure.
Mr. Eric, let somebody come in on this issue.
Yeah, you know what you want to die from high blood pressure. You keep yelling and screaming.
Listen, Mr. Eric, are you ready to listen? If you have seen my analysis on this Mohbad case, I've been on this case from day one. Can you listen to me? Can you listen to me now? You will not because you will not because this one is a different situation. I've been on the case of Mohbad from day one. I said something in my analysis. Okay. Now you listen. I said that Mohbad was killed around 2 a.m. on Monday morning when they got home. Are you listening to me? Okay. 20 minutes after they got home, they were fighting in the car. Because that area is a Lekki area, very quiet area. It's different from Ikorodu, Mushin, Agege, and so on, and the other suburbs that are noisy. That noise was so much in the night that neighbors came out and viewed everything. Even with their CCTV, they viewed everything. Now you listen. They fought from the car. They fought down from the car. They fought into the house. The noise was so much. They got into the house. 20 minutes after they got in, two men came in an SUV. They came in an SUV. The two men came down from the SUV, went to the house. Before those two men came, Mohbad and co, Darusha, DJ Bami, Mohbad's brother Adura, they were trying to overpower Mohbad seriously, but he was fighting back.
Sorry,
like woman's business.
quickly.
Now, listen, let me conclude. Don't interject yet. Don't interject yet. Don't interject yet. Don't interject yet. Don't, you can, oh yeah, ask your question. Let me listen to that. Let me listen to your question. Ask your question, I'm listening.
Because he knew they are getting there. That's why he's shouting.
You see now. You see?
Can I ask you a question though?
Truth is very bitter.
It's bitter.
When you see people shouting like this, and you see
I was the one that muted him for a while. I muted him.
Because when you
you can see that I am not. You can see that I am not shouting. I am not shouting. People can hear me clearly. People can hear me clearly. People can hear me clearly. The people are not hearing you. People are not hearing you.
With your health, like you gotta take it easy.
Brother,
like you can get your.
I am the one that muted you because you were shouting.
Yeah,
you were shouting now.
That's why I muted you.
Because we've been
you don't need to shout
for nothing.
Everybody muted for you.
No, let me ask you just one question.
Stress.
Ask your question. Please allow him to ask his question. Allow him to ask his question.
Okay, I'm shouting. I won't shout. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Let me ask my question. Now, you said it that two people came in, right? At that moment. Who are those two people? What about the people they met at home before Mohbad came in? That's the question.
Now listen, I've already said that. Let's listen. I've already said that in my submission earlier.
I didn't.
Now listen, not in this one, but I've told the whole story. Listen, when they came home, people who were waiting for them at home. I've already said that before in my previous analysis. Only you did not hear that. People were waiting for them at home. You see, your story is full of some facts. And then followed by contradictions. Okay. Where the contradictions came in is like a personal vendetta somewhere along the line. I will explain that one later.
Okay.
When they came back from that Ikorodu joint, that Ikorodu joint itself was not a real perfect joint. It was meant mainly to eliminate Mohbad by Sorobiso, Cubana chief priest, and the rest. They were backed by a very powerful traditional ruler.
Okay.
Do you get it now?
Yes.
Now, when the two men came down from the SUV, they had already pre-planned this, that they will fight into the house, they will try to overpower Mohbad, but they know they cannot do it. That was why you saw Wumi's face, DJ Bami's face, Darusha's face, and Adura's face, where those faces were swollen the next day. Seriously. Do you understand? So it was when those two men came in that they were able to silence, because Mohbad was fighting for his life.
Yes.
He was fighting terribly for his life. Whatever he can throw at them, he was throwing at them. And they didn't expect that from him. Because they thought that he was slight in frame. He was not huge or whatever. But somebody at the point of death and realizing that he's facing imminent death, you can realize the way he will fight back. Like a wounded lion. And he did that. So it was when those two men came. Now listen. It was when those two. Let me tell you something. That area, they recorded the arrival of the SUV. They recorded the arrival of the two men that came out from the SUV. It was then some minutes later, around 30 minutes later, those two men came back. It was those two men that supported them in unliving Mohbad, or paying Mohbad. That's why they were able to suppress him and then killed him. But what happened is that they killed him. You see, it was a very well planned act. They didn't kill him like 100%. They killed him about, let's say, 90-something to ensure that he does not survive.
Yes.
The main thing they want to do is that he does not survive to tell the story.
Yes.
Now, do you know that all those people in fact, when Prime Boy came back, when Prime Boy sent his PA to collect his passport. Do you know that the PA reported that when he came to the house, he found some people were playing table tennis. Table tennis downstairs, this and that. They were all settled. You see, poverty in this country is the highest poverty in the world. Do you get it now? Just a little amount of money, those boys are happy.
And guess what? How long is that money going to last?
They're happy. Let me conclude. Okay. Those two men came in. They supported Wunmi and Co to overpower Mohbad, leaving him almost 100% dead. They know that the little percent that remains, they can finish it off. All this matter of the nurse came and gave injection, this and that. The nurse never gave any injection.
Right.
Do you get it now? The nurse never gave any injection. Do you know the story of the nurse? The nurse is living in Naija. Okay. And Naija is in dominion of that very powerful traditional chief. Do you understand? Now, the nurse mother came out that her doctor was not arrested immediately after Mohbad's death. But they were looking for her daughter. And she said that when she heard that they were looking for her daughter, she asked why. He said that they were looking for her daughter because they said her daughter injected Mohbad. And the mother said, no, she does not agree with that. In any case, it was the mother that took the nurse to the police station herself. On arrival at the police station, they detained the nurse for 23 days. Do you understand that? Now, 23 days without charging to any court or whatever, you know what they were doing? They were coercing the nurse, writing a script for her on what to say. It was after she agreed to the script and heavy money changed hands that she agreed that, okay, she will do her part. Okay. But the mistake they made was that for the 18 months after Mohbad's death, until Wunmi came for the interview, they were concentrating on Wunmi mainly. That this is what Wunmi should do and this is what Wunmi should say at the interview. That they knew that it's necessary after that, after those 18 months. Now, the mistake they made was with the nurse. That mistake they made with the nurse was that they only coached the nurse to say that she gave Mohbad injection. The nurse never saw Mohbad in that house for a second. The person she saw throughout. Listen, the person she saw throughout was Adura. Are you get that? Impersonating Mohbad.
Thank you very much.
Now, are you listening? Now, listen.
Eric,
the person saw was Mohbad.
You've not listened to his analysis. Let him finish.
But the mistake they made was that when the nurse got to the corona, you saw the heavy duty security placed around her. I get that. The security was mainly to assure the nurse that, look, the government, the power forces, they are behind her, that she should not have any worry. That even they will never sentence her. They will never sentence her to jail. All she needs to do is that she should just come to the coroner inquest and say that she gave Mohbad injection, which she never did, though, because she never saw any Mohbad at all.
Thank you very much.
Because remember in her statement at the coroner, she said that she did not see Adura.
All those stories. Don't worry.
Now wait.
I just want to ask you one question.
There are some things.
I just want to ask you.
Let me
calm down now.
Why do you want to interject? Let me finish.
Now, say calm down.
Now listen. The nurse said she only saw 4 people in the room. That was herself, DJ Bami, Wunmi, and the so-called Mohbad. I don't understand that. Yeah. But she never saw Adura. And Wunmi in all her interviews said that Adura was the one present with Mohbad. And in fact, it was Adura that threw water on Mohbad. And the nurse said that she never saw Adura, that it was Wunmi that threw water on Mohbad. You see, they did not expect the nurse to say that.
Exactly.
But it's either the nurse was very intelligent and was trying to put a spoke in their plans, that if she's going down, at least people will realize that something serious happened.